I'm living, still gon' hold this shit down. Every day of my life, yeah, nigga chasing cheese. And I'm saying niggas that be around there won't see you off your feet. My mama been doing bad, but I ain't going into that. I done picked that girl up when I caught my first package. I be damn, me and my people hurting for something for a day. That shit happened, the next man ain't getting nothing. Fade to the root of evil, and that's my damn best friend. And I put that on my life, ain't nobody gon' fuck with him. You try to jam it, yeah, that ass getting chalked. Tryna serve ain't got no business on my block, I bet you're getting chalked. Now either way you try to fuck with my partner, don't believe that ass getting chalked. Now what's this gonna be? You know how I played it all. That nigga burn it, G. All by this bread. Bitch, I'm all up by my bread. All by my bread. Bitch, I'm all up by my bread. All by my bread. Now what's this gonna be? You know how I played it all. That nigga burn it, G. All by this bread. Now bitch, I'm all up by my bread. All by my bread. Now bitch, I'm all up by my bread. All by my bread. Now bitch, I'm back in the mix. Those flaky niggas better stand down. Came home, got me some yam, I'm the man now. Niggas, some bitches all from my face, I ain't know who he is. Everybody up from my mix like I'm a hero and shit. Fall back, I'll buy a brick. Right now, I'm on a mission. I'm giving you 2 for 20, got grams going for 50. Putting nothing in my pockets, the nigga, you bullshitting. What the fuck you ain't listen? I done told you I got to get it. Nobody depending on me, so it's all mine. I ain't stressing out by myself, that's how it going down. My mama fighting her little dicks and she gon' be alright. Boy, I have a tweaking and begging, I put something up on the pipe. It's a little fraction of my life, still all in for a lick. Lurking for fatty, looking for niggas to tone mix. Start to lurking if I'm hurting, different side come out. That flip shit, drop the Jacob, Mr. High come out. Gonna be, you know how I played it all. That nigga burn it, G.
Thank y'all for tuning back in to your favorite channel. It's your boy PBK9's giving it to you the way I always do. Fair and unbiased, raw and uncut. Some brothers gonna like it, some ain't. Like I always say, man, some sisters gonna like it, some ain't. Y'all hit that like button, y'all hit that subscribe button. If y'all haven't subscribed to the channel yet, you're missing out. It's the channel that's gonna give you the most, RA. It's the channel that's gonna give you the most, RA. Big salute to my man RA in the building, holding it down. Big salute to everybody rocking with the Bay tonight. I got some breaking news coming from South Carolina. You know I'm gonna give it to you. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I tell you, man. Them CNN satellites be ringing off. They be ringing off, RA. Let me see who I got down in the chat, man. Big salute to Supreme Excellence in the building. How them dogs looking? Big Supreme. Mr. 216 in the building. Salute to you, fam. Salute to you. Yes, sir, man. Got a little bit of dog talk and some news, you know what I'm saying? Let me see here. First thing I'm gonna touch on, man, like I said, big salute to all the pet lovers across the world. First thing I'm gonna touch on, a few of them boys was talking about some of the things we was speaking on the last video when I went live. You know what I'm saying? But oh yeah, I got the links for anybody that want to come up tonight. Let me drop that link. You know, because them boys had a lot of stuff to talk about the other night, like I said in the chat. And if y'all want to get up, you know, and clear your ways, y'all can. Let me put a link down in the comments real quick. Get this thing started up. All right. Now, some of the brothers was talking about when I made the video about the pit bull attack, how to handle it when the pit bull attacks you. Hey, brother Bruce, you can come back up. I was just letting the intro play. I seen you down at down in the bay down there. You can come back up if you feel like it, or whenever you get ready. But yeah, he was speaking about the pit bull attacks, you know, and he was saying that about the back situation. He, you know, Street Rossi, salute to you. You was saying something about the back situation and falling on your back. And I'm gonna speak on that real quick before we get deep into this dog news and stuff. Now I'm gonna ask any brother out there, any brother, what can you do on your back? You know, the only time you ever seen anybody defend anything on their back is when you watching UFC. It's the only time you ever seen anybody on their back defending and trying to stay alive. Now, that brother may be a Navy SEAL or something. That brother who made that video may be some type of special agent to where, like I said, that stuffed dog is not going to work the same way when you're dealing with a real dog. Um, and as far as getting on your back, man, I just think, if you ever been bit by a dog, if you ever really felt that pressure from a pit bull and seen, that aggression coming towards you, you're not gonna be able to lay on your back. Your inner spirit not gonna let you lay on your back. You know what I'm saying? Your brain gonna tell you not to get on your back. It's just gonna be, you know, I just can't see you doing any good in the situation when you get into, when you land on your back. Big salute to Big Hill fam in the building. Big salute to Vernon Star in the building. What's going on, my dog brothers out there holding it down? Yeah, just getting this thing warmed up, man, while we get our folk up in here. Just speaking about the pit bull attacks and how to defend yourself with them. Anybody can come up and talk about it. How to defend yourself against them for anybody who ever been attacked by one. And one brother, I showed a video on the last video I did when he showed putting the dog in the chokehold and wrapping your legs and choking them out, and I said that, that possibly can work. But for the most part, I can't really see a dog laying between when you got him in the headlock, just laying there and letting you wrap his legs around him once he touched that ground. You know, um, I just think that's on your back. You really can't protect yourself, against a four-legged animal. Um, you already pretty much on the losing end. So getting on your back is not giving yourself a chance to win. Like I'll be saying, give your dog a chance to win in a lot of these competitions. It ain't just on the dog, it's on the owner too. You got to give yourself a chance in that situation, and getting on your back, is not giving yourself a chance. Now, if you're already down there, try to work, try to get, your move like you want to get in, the choke move like you want to get in. But I wouldn't suggest nobody to leave from off their knees to go to their back, or to leave off their feet to go to their back. And that's just my opinion. Hopefully nobody never have to go through that. None of us, you know. But the one time that I did go through it, like I explained to brothers before, the dog wasn't attacking me, but he had a lock on my hand, and he wasn't letting the lock go, but he wasn't coming at me with aggression. So that's kind of a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit different. And what I did, I knew to keep him off his feet, because as long as that pit bull is on his feet, he's going to be strong. So I laid down on him, and try to keep him as still as possible so I can get my hand out of his mouth, because I felt like he wasn't, and I was right. He wasn't coming at me with no human aggression. He just thought he had the rag, but he had my hand instead of the rag, you know. Um, so, like I said, hopefully none of us have to go through that situation, but I just felt like the back was the wrong place, the wrong place to be at. Your legs is weapons. You can use your legs as weapons if you're standing up, or if weapons, and like I said, you need your legs, you need your strength in your legs, you know. And if you really felt the pain from a dog bite or a dog attack like that, man, it'd be hard for you to get on your back. It's gonna be hard for you to make yourself lay on your back. Yes, sir. Big salute to them brothers down in the chat. King Scrooge in the building. Twine Raw, what's going on with you? What's going on with you? Yes, sir, man. Getting in a little bit of this dog talk. You know, uh, I got a few brothers and sisters up here right now, man. Let me go ahead and drop a little bit of that news. You know what I'm saying? We got a dog fighting bus in Lake City, South Carolina. You know what I'm saying? Lake City. City boy, I'm gonna mute you up real quick. There's a little bit of noise in the background. You still up in there? Dog fighting bus, Lake City, South Carolina. I'm gonna give it to you. You know where you heard it first. They call them dog fighting bus. They be drug bus, but they get dogs and all other kind of stuff in it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the times it don't even be uh brothers who actually got the dogs. You know what I'm saying? They just be tied up with some drugs, and then he got some about 3 or 4 pit bulls to get him a dog fighting charge as well to go along with everything else. So what I'm about to do, man, I'm about to let y'all check this out because I don't like to talk about this stuff. I like to give it to you straight off the news. You know what I'm saying? That way you won't say I'm making it up.
When Lake City's code enforcement officer visited a residence for warrants on code violations recently, she discovered a lot more than just the unpermitted renovations and utility installation expected. Several dogs in poor condition and with healing wounds and scarring consistent with dog fighting, and more. The dogs were confiscated, and ultimately the case led to the arrest of 2 men who were transported to the Florence County Detention Center in Effingham. Additional arrest and charges may be pending. Quadez Taekwon Franklin, 22, of Lake City, remains in the detention center with bonds totaling $55,000 for marijuana with a half mile of a school. Tyrell Devontae Elmore, 28, of Conway, remains in the detention center with bonds totaling $55,000 for 14/8 counts of animal fighting, manufacturing or possession of Schedule 1, 2, or 3 drugs. The arrests are just a couple of the most recent criminals removed from the Lake City community.
Yo, 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 City Boy, what's going on with you tonight? Can y'all hear me down in the chat?
I can hear you.
Okay, I couldn't hear you at this now, but I can hear you now. What's going on with you?
Oh man, nothing. Just out here.
Yes, sir, man. I was telling them brothers, I don't think they heard me just now. I was telling them that they holding them brothers. I guess they said in Effingham. If you know this area, you know what Effingham is, the federal holding facility. You know what I'm saying? I'm quite sure they hold people that get in trouble in the city and stuff like that there as well. But if you know that area, you know what Effingham is. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, a lot of times these situations don't even be dog fighting, but they be drugs that you know what I'm saying lead to dogs.
Yeah, that show a lot. Drugs lead to dogs. You get that a lot.
Hmm. Hey, let me show this video right here because you sent me this video. I want to talk about this video to my brothers down in the chat, sisters down in the chat. Let me see if I got it up here real quick. I want to show this video.
That joke will say by any means necessary, boy.
All right, now all I got to say about that is, you know, i- if you're gonna do something like that, first thing I noticed that they did wrong, they don't got no kind of cushion on the bar, so the dog was gonna mess his teeth up automatically. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
that's a
saying?
pro tip waiting to happen.
Yeah, the dog gonna mess his teeth up automatically, and he needs some kind of cushion on the bar or something like that. But they make dumbbells that you can buy for your dog like that different weights, and they made out of wood and they made out of things that's not gonna hurt your dog. Hurt his teeth.
Hey, them brothers said by any means necessary.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, them brothers say by any means necessary. They getting it done.
I had brother Bruce, you coming back up? Bruce was up here too.
Oh, Bruce Banner.
No, one of my other friends. He was up here just a few right before the video started, but I ain't sure if he can get in or not. I'm gonna
One of the
post.
old fella.
Yeah, I'm gonna post a link down in the chat.
Oh, salute to all the fellas up in there, Supreme, Big Hill. I can't see everybody, but salute to them fellas. Everybody in the chat.
Were you outside?
What you say? Yeah, I'm in my car.
Oh, I can hear that background noise.
Yeah, hey, let me finish doing what I'm doing. You'll be on when I pull back up to the crib, and I'm gonna still be listening. I'm gonna jump back in when I finish doing what I'm doing. I'm finna drop off something to my son real quick.
All right, all right,
All
all right. Now I'm gonna explain something because a lot of people not used to dealing with that Big John stuff, and I'll explain something real quick. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to because you may see me doing some inbreeding, line breeding, this kind of breeding, that kind of breeding. You know, uh, the dogs, and brothers may think, oh, I may do too much inbreeding or something. These dogs been bred a certain kind of way, man, for 30, 40 years. My one or two breedings is not gonna hurt these dogs. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the Big John stuff, the Big John stuff is structurally sound dogs. You know, no matter how the breeding was did throughout the years, these dogs don't come out with funny shapes. You know what I'm saying? At the most, you may have lost some size in certain dogs. You may have lost size in certain dogs, but then we just did the Fletcher and Meliello breeding, and off the last breeding, the brothers' dogs is 60 pounds right now. You know what I'm saying? So size is not something that we losing right now. Um, you know, not saying that's the only thing we can't lose, but size is not one of them. So when it comes to that stuff, man, them dogs is pretty well-rounded dogs, athletic dogs. They ain't real muscular dogs. They built for the long run. You know what I'm saying? They built for the stretch, the marathons. Athletic dogs. If you're gonna use them to climb walls, them the excellent kind of, the perfect kind of dogs. They may not be your weight pulling dogs, but we all know that brothers done had all size pit bulls pulling weights. You know what I'm saying? So when it come to them dogs, man, they pretty much good. You don't got to worry about at least from what I seen on my end. You ain't had to worry about bad structured dogs, um, weak reins, and different things like that. You know, that's another thing when it comes to uh making certain breedings. When you look at a lot of that stuff, man, a lot of them dogs is not close as a lot of y'all brothers think. You look at the first name, and because the first name, you see the kennel name all throughout the pedigree, you thinking you just automatically assume that these brothers and sisters and stuff like that, when they actually be distant cousins, aunts, uncles, second and third uncles and stuff like that. So it's kind of far. It's kind of farther than some brothers be, looking at it. You know, Bella UK in the building. What's going on with you? What's going on with you? Dickie Foster, salute to you. Drop that question, Ari. Or either come up and ask it. Drop it in the chat or come up and ask it. Ari said he got a question for me. Now, Vernon Starr say some throw web feet and underbite. Now, underbite don't come from the inbreeding. Underbite come from certain dogs that had underbites, like Cyclone. Certain dogs had underbites. I don't know if that came from inbreeding. And the web feet, I ain't really went that far down to see how the feet were looking like web. Well, as far as I know, all dogs got web damn feet. But if you talking about that spreaded web, you talk about that spreaded toes, that type of web feet. Most time I seen that come from when dogs not in proper areas and they be in them little small weapon boxes and they be supposed to be bigger and they don't have enough room to move around and they can't stretch. I ain't really seen too many, in the web foot situation. I guess I ain't really paid attention to it, Vernon. Only thing that can do is make it better, make the dog a better swimmer. That's the only thing a web foot can do, make him a better swimmer. Cause the damn sure ain't gonna stop nothing else. I thought all dogs had web feet, but if you like I said, I think I know what you're talking about with that spread it out, that real flat type foot. You know what I'm saying? Kind of. I think I know what you're talking about. Most of them dogs like that run funny. They got a funny run, and when they lift up their legs, it look funny when they run. I, I don't. We don't really run across that too much. That's why I can't say I really, I haven't really seen them dogs really with web feet like that. But I can't say because I haven't been paying attention to it. Okay, okay. Now, it's another thing when it comes to the web feet. It might not be from inbreeding. It could be from that one particular dog that you got web feet, and you passing them traits down to your puppies. It might not be from the inbreeding, just that one particular dog, or one particular dog that your dog came off of. All right, Nixon, man. I thought you were gonna drop the question for me. Are you gonna come up here? Let me drop that link down in the chat again. Now, Bella UK said them web feet come from water breeds. Hey, Bella, what that mean? Hey, a water breed. That means you got that. Hey, that means somewhere or another it's a damn a water breed up in there. Labradors. That's why them dogs can swim like damn fish. And we're gonna talk about them. We're gonna talk about colors tonight too, man, without hurting anybody, without disrespecting anybody, and none of that. Talking about colors and dogs, not no people. And genetics and stuff like that. We'll speak about that in a few minutes. You know, but yeah, man, them web feet. Now, I'm gonna pay attention to it now, Vernon. Now that you said that, I'm gonna pay attention to it and see. I'll probably be looking at all of them, checking their feet out. But I know it when I see it. The ones I seen it in was like they weren't the healthiest of dogs when they was puppies. Oh yeah, yeah. You definitely can't breed two of them with it because if you breed two dogs with them, you definitely coming out with a litter off that stuff. No, Ari, I ain't see it, man. Let me stroll back up. Okay, okay, I got you. Ari Nixon say, what don't I like about the red boy Jocko I run? He not trying to be funny. Hey, he not funny about that. That's a regular question. What I don't like about it, mm, I can't really say what I don't like about it. Give me a few minutes to think about it. You know what I'm saying? they active. You know, they they smart. Um, they got pretty good size on them. And I'm not talking about my dogs. I'm talking about the line that I'm running. You know, in general. You know, so I'm speaking for like other brothers that got the same dogs. Um, they got that pre-potent gene where they can like I told you, they carrying that old school red boy. If you need to put you can just have a quarter of that to what you got. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about you, Ari. I'm just talking about in general. You know, they yard starters. You know, like I said, every line, and I'm not speaking. Every dog ain't the same. You know, no matter what, no matter what line it's coming off of, every dog ain't the same. You know, but this is a line that you could take a cold dog and start you a yard of good game dogs off of. You know, um, what I don't like about it, mm, sometimes they sometimes they get kind of where they won't breathe. If you get them, say, you know, you have him where he getting agitated with other dogs at a young age, and you have him really, say if we was back in the days, you know what I'm saying, and you went out here and did all kind of stuff with your dog at a young age, and you never bred him yet, he probably wouldn't breed because he'd be fight crazy, you know. Um, you know, and that's one thing I didn't like about them. You know, sometimes they wouldn't breed. Like a little country dog I had, he wouldn't breed. I had an AI. Um, it's a few more things I probably think of when I'm not online. You know, being that you asked me that now. Um, shit, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, brother. I can't really think of it like that because I'd have been trying to grab. You know, I'll be trying to make other moves. I'm straight. You know, I know you got to take the good with the bad when you rocking with them dogs. You know what I'm saying? You just got to know what you're looking for, and just take the good with the bad. Um, I like a dog. That I just like as long as a dog not scary. I don't want to deal with no scary acting dogs because I'm in the public too much and doing different things too much, and I just need a dog that that's used to walking and doing things. So I don't really like to deal with none of them scary type of dogs. Um, I don't, that Red Boy Jocko line is not a scary line. But one thing I have noticed about them dogs, if you have them on a chain and just don't deal with them, they can get a little people shy sometimes. If you don't deal with them, and just leave them on the chain. I have seen that happen before with some of them, but that's any line of dog though. You know. Um, I'll keep answering that throughout the night, already, man, because I'll keep thinking about that, and something may come to my mind in a minute. You know, you put me on the spot, and you ain't give me time. You ain't give me time enough to think of some things, man. And I ain't got nothing just sitting on my tongue, that I just hate about them or nothing. You know, consistency. Anything that you can rely on with consistency, I'm good with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you got to take the good with the bad, and just roll with it. Now, what's some tips? I seen some brother asking on Facebook. What's some tips for socializing dogs? You know, and like I said, there's no right and wrong way to an extent. Socializing is socializing. Get your dog them shots. Once you got your dog them shots, just let the dog hang out with you. You know what I'm saying? Let the dog hang out with you. Take the dog to the tractor supply. If you go to the vet, take the dog to the vet. Let them play with the dog here and there. All that stuff matter. You know what I'm saying? You know, you wouldn't believe, you go to the tractor store and say your dog about 7 months old, he ain't never been to the tractor store, and you got him trying to, have him with you all the time and stuff. And then now you get to the tractor store and the automatic doors open. That shit scares a lot of dogs. Your dog won't even come through the front door because them automatic doors got him scared and got you embarrassed because he pulling back on the chain now. So it be the simple things, man. Socialize when it comes to socializing. Um, and when you do this early, you don't have to keep doing it because the dogs remember this stuff. You know, teaching them how to walk on a leash without biting the leash and all that type of stuff. You may think it's funny when it's little, but as the dog get older, that shit get irritating. You know what I'm saying? And when you got a grown dog that just want to bite the leash and he don't want to walk, I can see if he may bite it sometime, but he just want to bite the leash and don't want to walk, shit get irritating, man. So teaching the dog how to walk on a leash properly, a harness, that's another thing. If you be dealing with that type of stuff, start him with a harness at a young age, and that way he be used to having that stuff around their body. All that stuff matter, man. You go to throw the dog on the treadmill and you ain't never had him on a harness and you be using a harness at this particular time, you can kind of understand why he may not be running for you. He not even used to the equipment you got on him. So socializing, man, it just socializing basically. Just taking them out and doing things with them, man. Go to the park, throw a little ball. Just having them around people, letting them hear the noises, the traffic riding by and different things. All that stuff matter. You can't. It's nothing you can do in a house. There's no kind of, you see me with the swimming pool with the bottles and all that stuff. None of that stuff can imitate taking that dog out places. That's why I say have your shots, because you can do all this in a matter of a couple days. Just take him out so he get used to running around. Get him used to running around. And every way you take that dog, you're gonna see a dog that's confident. You're gonna see a dog with confidence everywhere you go with him. That's what you want when you walk in a pit bull. You want him to walk with confidence. You don't want him to walk like he scared of something. You know what I'm saying? Or always watching and looking. As soon as you make a noise, he ready to break camp. You don't want that. So, that's what good socializing. And like I said, socializing don't got a list. It's no list unless you just want to write something down, but it's no list for you to go like on Google and say these 5 things what I need to do to be socialized. Nah, socializing. Take that dog with you and just let him be your homeboy, and chill with you for about a week or so. Whenever you get off work, take him, just walk him and go hang with the boys or whatever. But socializing is socializing. Let them ride in the car. You wouldn't believe how many dogs get motion sickness for not riding in the car. And if you're going to an event or some type of competition, you don't want your dog to get sick. So, start them off riding in the car at a young age. And that way, he'll be used to it. That's what it's all about, being used to it. Now, let's talk a little bit about this color, man. Let's talk a little bit about color. And brothers can drop their opinions about the colors of these dogs and what's so important about color. Because at the end of the day, color is not really important when it comes to having a great dog, a great American Pit Bull Terrier. Color is not important at all. And I want to send a big, big salute out to them brothers with the white Pit Bulls. It seems like this the year of the white dog, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, I seen more white Pit Bulls this year that look damn good than I seen in the past 5 years. Past 10 years probably. And the boys got a bunch of good looking white Pit Bulls out there, man. Game dogs out there. Big salute to y'all brothers. But when it comes to colors, what's so important about colors? Let's talk about it. Every living thing has an original color. You got flowers, birds, everything got original colors. Even these bloodlines and these dogs. See, when it comes to pit bull, I always say the reason I like the pit bull, one reason, is because they can be a variety of sizes and a variety of colors. The pit bull don't really, you can have a dog any color. He's a pit bull, but You know, the original dogs, the original dogs, we don't have no documented proof. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm getting off this because that's not what I'm talking about. We don't have no documented proof that the silver dog came in on the boat when they imported the pit bull. You know, if there is, then some brother ship it to me in my messenger or something. You know, but the original dogs is what we're talking about. Now, why does color matter? Because everything has an original color, man. Everything has an original color. When it comes to these big John dogs that I'm running, you know, brindle is not original color for them dogs. You know, black is not original color for them dogs. So if I'm breeding mellow yellow and I'm breeding Fletcher, you know, and I get black, something not right. Now, that might be the best pit bulls I ever seen in my life. Them puppies might show me that they so you know they good at 5 and 6 weeks old. I'm like, damn, I ain't never seen no pups like this. But they black. Now, I plain out, you know, I like the dogs, but something don't belong. You know what I'm saying? That's what is important about these pedigrees, man. That's the most important thing I see going on with these pedigrees in modern day time is to see a lot of these dogs not fitting into the offspring that they throwing. You know what I'm saying? They throwing offspring that the pedigrees don't fit for. You know, and that's when color matters. You know, if I want to say I got pure big John dogs, right? And I'm giving you black dogs, anybody who running that stuff, you need to be savvy on it, savvy enough to know that them dogs not black. They only became black when they bred the widow dog, the black widow, the black poison stuff, the black poison, which was the Pelican cross that was made, you know, not a couple years back. That's what brought the black stuff in. You know, if I don't got that in my dog, I should have nothing. You know, now another thing we can't do, we got to stop doing it. You know, when we got these bolio dogs, if we got all red dogs, I done said it a million times, we cannot rely on Bull Boy Bob to be our only source of black in these dogs or our only source of the Willow Peak eyebrows in these dogs. We cannot rely on the dog Bull Boy Bob. He's too far back. Bolio is from the 60s and the 70s. How the hell is we relying on a color to come back from that far when all the dogs in between there was red and brown? Now, you know, all I say is color matter when it comes to that type of stuff. If you don't care about whether your dog is legitimately down off these strain of dogs, then color don't matter. Because like I said, color don't matter about the quality of dog you got at all. Period. You know, now if you got a Merle dog or something, I know you ain't got the kind of stuff we got. You know what I'm saying? Now I can't say he ain't a great dog for you, but that ain't our stuff don't come in Merle. You know, these boys, they argued at the silver point, and I argued with them because we got documents that speak about the silver dogs in the past. But we all know them other colors, they ain't pit bull colors, not the original colors. You know, so when we get these, we gotta know they come from other things. So if I got the big John dog and they come in black, and I don't got no black dogs in the pedigree, am I not supposed to say, yo, Walt, man, what's up with this dog? This dog black. What's going on, fam? I'm looking at the pair. This shit going all the way back to Big John, all the way back to Little John. Why? Why I got a black dog in here? You know, that's what the importance of color is, man. Because you read that pedigree. If you want to read it for that. To look at these dogs. That's why I say it's real important that brothers put the pictures with these dogs when they uploading these dogs on online peds. Because when you got a picture of what the dog should look like, and you go back all these generations and you see pictures of these dogs, oh man, these dogs all buckskin brown. How the hell I got a damn black dog? How the hell I got a Rottweiler color? Now, speaking about that Rottweiler color, you know, it's two things I want to tell brothers, and I keep speaking about them Rottweiler dogs. I'm gonna get me one day, but when I get one, I'm gonna know what it's coming off of. You know what I'm saying? I want that tricolor Rottweiler color, but I want it to be able to see it in my pedigree. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that shit to pop up out my hog stuff. You see, if I breed Fletcher with Red Lady, it's no way in hell I'm supposed to get Rottweiler dogs. You see, right now we got John Stone bred the Red Lady. I'm not supposed to get no Rottweiler dogs. John Stone is brown with a black mask coming down off Big John all the way through. No outs when it comes to the Paladin dogs. You know, bred back the Red Lady. And if I get Rottweiler dogs, I'm calling somebody. I'm telling you now.
You breed them tight like that, you get Rottweiler color dogs. I ain't gonna call his name though.
Now this is what I will say. I'm gonna say it ain't nothing. It ain't nothing. That's not impossible. But when you read about the Rottweiler color, they say it's a trait. The willow peak eyebrows, they don't call it that, but they call it something else. It's a trait, and that trait gotta be in your dog. Now, if I can look back in Big John pedigree, and I can go all the way back to Mayfield, I don't care if I gotta go back to Mayfield, Duke, and Lightning. If I can see Duke and Lightning, and they got the willow peak eyebrows, I'm good
It's
with that.
possible. Yeah,
I know the
it's
gene. I know
possible.
the genes. Yeah, I know the genes in there. I'm good. The genes are there. I don't care how many. The genes are there. But when the
I don't, I
gene,
don't, I don't believe it when it ain't in the pedigree of the dog. I don't believe it's somebody lying. They done did something and they don't want to tell it.
yep, yep. You know, especially when you start going that far back, man. And Bella said she like them dark brindle, and I'm like, I like them brindle dogs too, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, I like them black color dark brindle, them blackish brindle looking. My homeboy had a Mexican Eli dog, like black brindle color. That shit was nice. And that light brindle. That light brindle was about like them dogs we talking about, city boy. Them damn red nosed brindle dogs. Them buckskin brindle
Yeah,
dogs.
yeah, them, them old them tricolors. Like only person I see with them dogs is Bert Sorrell. I don't know where them joker popping up from.
Now, I ain't gonna lie, I had a plan one time to get me one from that Sorrel stuff, but the Burt Sorrel stuff, or a brother who got one that's bred down like the way it's supposed to be, and crossing into that red boy Jocko, and I got them traits in there, that Willow Peak and all that, but I know I put it there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Um,
when you put it down, it's a whole different thing when you know why it's down.
if I get a Rottweiler color dog off of Red Lady and John Stone, then I know something ain't right.
Yeah, something ain't right somewhere.
Cause I look at both of them dogs, you know. Now, brothers did say that Bolio threw off the
Hey,
black and tans, back in the
hey,
days.
hey, Vern, we ain't saying they want bulldogs. We ain't saying they ain't bulldogs. What we saying is who the daddy to the bulldogs is. That we want to know who the real daddy to the bulldogs or the granddaddy to the bulldogs.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's what we
It,
saying.
it been a whole lot of dogs with them patterns, man. Whole lot of great dogs with them patterns. I call them Rottweiler. I just be saying that, but so y'all know what I'm talking about. But it's some great dogs with them colors, man. And that ain't even
Yeah,
what we talking about. We just talking about why they there. You know what I'm saying? Why them shits there when all the dogs, when you go back 30 and 40 years, none of the dogs are that color.
yep. When none of the dogs are that color.
When we look up Bolio and we look up the time frame that Bolio was living, we talking about I think Bolio was living before I was born. Come on, man. You know that shit ain't popping up if you're not breeding that shit brother to sister from way back then, and you line breeding that shit way back then. Hell no, not just off no Mayday.
Nope.
Mayday didn't throw off no Rottweiler dogs.
No.
Not unless he bred to a Boyle's dog or another line of dogs. If Mayday bred to a red boy dog or another red boy Jocko dog, them dogs didn't come out Rottweiler colors. Eli Monster say the milkman came over. Hey, somebody came over, man. Big salute to my brothers representing, holding it down in Kansas, man. All my people holding it down in Kansas. All my people in Northern Ireland. All my people in Southern Ireland. All my people in Southern Africa, all of Africa, all of Europe and Asia, holding it down, man. You know, and like I said, man, as long as we can see it in the pedigree, I like them dogs, them Rottweiler color. I like them patterns. You know, he may get it twisted and think I don't like him because I'm always talking trash about it. But I'm not talking trash about the dogs. Just why are the dogs popping up in places they shouldn't be at? That's all we talking about. You know, because them black and tan dogs look good to me.
Yeah, they just where they come from. That's all I want to know. Like you say, when you breeding dogs and the whole pedigree say red buckskin, black muzzle, and then you got the black dog that look like a Doberman pinscher. I want to know where it come from too.
Now, I'm not talking about like the original pit bulls wasn't black and brown because I believe they was coming out black and brown back in the days. But I'm just talking about from what we study, brothers and sisters, the pedigrees that we study pretty much in a 30 or 40-year time frame that we all be studying. The Eli, the Jeep, the Jock, all that stuff is pretty much since the 60s on up to now. You know, and from the dogs that we study, you know, even Tudor's Dabo and them dogs, you know, and we always like to use that as a reference or whatever. I don't think he was know that color, but you know, I don't know, you know, but I just know sometimes, man, we look at these pairs and you know, if a black dog pop up, like I said, I'm using my own breeding I just did as an example. You know, if a black and brown dog pop up, I'm gonna keep it, or I'm gonna, you know, I'm not gonna treat it no different. I'm gonna love it the same. I'm not gonna lie to you now, because what it is what it
I just
is.
want to know where. I just want to know where it come from.
Yeah, just where it come from. Shit. You know, I know where the puppy come from, but where them colors come from, you know.
I told you them Joker be in that big dog with the lab coat on in there stirring up shit, man.
Hey,
Hey, brother Dabo say how you get them brother dog. He say you had a dog that was in heat and you let two different males stick to that joke.
hey.
Say boy a fool, boy. He said that where that brother come from.
Now I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna tell you the honest truth. Now, back in the days, I had a homeboy, and this is like when I was real young. I was a teenager, and he had a damn Rottweiler and Pitbull mix, and it was damn black and brown. But he wasn't into the game dogs like that. He was just you know had a dog. And his shit was big black and brown dog. Had a more, you know, look more like a pit compared to the Rottweiler, but it's just black and brown. Now, I don't know, dog. You know, um, now I seen some red boy Jocko throw pure white dogs. I seen that now. Now white, any dog can throw white dogs. You know, I say if you got an all white dog off two black dogs, you know, it could be, you know, they say they can be deaf or something like that. But you know, I
Yep,
believe white.
a lot of those white dogs do be deaf or they be blind.
Yeah, I think white can come off of anything though, man. And you know, now if say I'm breeding Meliello and Fletcher, now I get a white dog off of it. I'm not. That's not unexpected for me. 'Cause I done seen that before. We bred the champion fatty back to his little mate sister, and we got a white dog off that litter back in the days, and that was directly yellow grandson back to his granddaughter, and that one came out all white with no colors on it, straight red nose. And then off that Big John stuff, we had some all like I want to say that had a little red spot on it, but I think it was all white. 6 Dog said 6 Dog said he had a white Sorrells dog that threw white tri dogs came from Joni back in the gap. Hey, now that's possible, man. Long as it's in the dogs, you know, it's supposed to be there, then I can understand that. It's not only the Rottweiler dog. If I breed this little off of John Stone and Red Lady, throw off a brown brindle dog, I'm gonna say where the hell that shit come from? I'm talking about brown brindle with the black mask. But then again, man, at the end of the day, I ain't no scientist, and you never know how these dogs could come out. You just gotta, take it for your own judgment. Now I want to see that white one that I seen off the Big John stuff. Vernon was off of. I think he was off of either country or the Little John stuff. Somewhere off some of that stuff, but I'm not sure exactly who his daddy was. City Boy Kennels.
I'm here with you, fool.
Oh, I ain't knew if you was there or gone.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm here. I had it on mute, and I was just listening for a minute.
Oh,
Had to get that thing right. I'm here trying to get my mind right.
oh yeah,
Yeah. Then the white probably would come. I would say from the red boy dogs. Like you said, they would throw the white, those red boy Jocko dogs. I can imagine because they got the red boy. Because my buddy got them red boy dogs. And he got all them old white dogs.
yeah. Now, when it come to Red Boy, I was gonna ask, do you think that white come off of the Red Boy stuff or the Bingo stuff?
The bingo stuff, and that's the thing I want to know. What make the dogs? What make them different?
Yeah,
They say they come from the same place.
yeah,
Yeah, that's a good question. I can't say because I see some of the red boy dogs like Tom Garner dog. His dog buckskin with the black muzzle. Ain't that what red boy normally looked like? The buckskin with the black muzzle.
Red Boy.
Yeah,
I think Red Boy was a red nose, red nose. From what them
that would
pictures,
that would make sense.
be looking like. Big salute to Flip Wilson in the building. Appreciate you dropping in tonight, brother.
Oh, John Dearman, what it do, John?
Hey,
He
hey,
not
hey.
monster.
Now Bella said her uncle breed German Rottweilers. Now that'd probably be a crazy looking dog to see, a all black Rottweiler. That'd be
Yeah,
I
he
seen
probably
a.
would look good.
Yeah, I remember back in the days, man. I don't know if it was a blind or but it was a whitish color dog. And this is way before they started doing all this cross breeding and all cross designing and all that. But it was a Rottweiler, and it had the brown markings, but it just was white instead of being black. Where the other dog, was black at, he was white and had brown in the same areas. It was lighter brown, But this is back had to be in either late '90s or the early 2000s when I seen this dog. I said, damn.
Yeah, that probably be a nice looking all black Roddy. I bet you he'll look good. I ain't never seen that one before.
The only thing I hate about Rottweilers, hold on, I gotta stop what I'm saying. Big salute out to my man Dark Society in the building. You know what I'm saying? Big salute, Dark Society. Only thing I hate about Rottweilers, Dobermans, and several dogs like that, they just one color dogs. The more modern day they got to where they got other colors, but they was one color dogs, your brown, and then you had your red Dobermans and stuff like that. But it was pretty much one color. And for the most part, they you want your Rottweiler to look a certain kind of way. You want them. At least I want. If I get one, I want a nice house head one with a good structured
Yeah,
body, good thick body, got a good average size, not too tall or nothing like that. Kind of well rounded.
yeah. A guy stayed by me, man, when I was growing up. He had the old rock raw. They was show dog, and man, they was something to look at, man. You could tell they was different because they looked totally different than what the normal you would see everybody else with. The body, the way they look, the way when they walked, the way they stood, and them joker were mean as all outdoors.
Damn.
He had the real deal. Yeah, he had rock roller. He wanted 3,500 for a puppy way back then.
Yeah, them's the real deal. My homeboy that do the training and with me, he got the real deal or had the real deal. Well, they do the protection work and stuff with their rocks.
Hey, I remember one day my buddy stayed next door to the man with the rock roller, and he had a little pit, and the pit it came somewhere down out of Florida. The lady, the lady, she moved out of Florida. She moved to Mobile with the dog, and when she moved in an apartment complex. They weren't gonna let her have the dog, so she had the paperwork, all that stuff, and it was an old Red Boy Rascal Jeep dog. And she gave it to my buddy. She gave him the paperwork and everything. And man, that joker, that little pig, he weighed about 35 pounds. Man, he got loose, went over there where that rock roller, like he weighed about 120. Man, he went over there, got loose where that rock roller was at. I had to tell my buddy, man, I think you need to go over there. That rock roller gonna kill him. Hey, big dog, that rock roller had him upside. He went up, he dug a hole, he dug know how they dig and go up under the fence. Man,
Yep.
that pit went up under that fence. I thought that rock roller was gonna kill that. That was one of the first time I was like, whoa, that's a bad little dog right there. That pit bull told that rock roller a whole new butthole, man. But yeah, them rock rollers that man had, them was some pretty nice, some bad, some pretty dog. They was real pretty. That like you say, the structure when they stand up and their head stand up in the air, they was some real nice ones.
Yeah. Vernon Starr say, you see y'all had a blue and a red one back in the days. You talking about Rockwaller or Doberman? I wanted a rock back in the days, I ain't never get one.
I had one named Bruce. He was about half retarded.
Them some smart dogs, man. They ain't using
Yeah,
them in
yeah.
all that
So
that
was.
stuff.
He so was smart. He was smart. He was young and he was smart.
People don't understand how smart them rocks is. A lot of people don't that deal with them because you'll see a lot more of them have them out there training them and stuff like that. Them rocks are real smart dogs.
And
A
boy, you
lot of
get the right one, they will protect too. Them joker be mean, son.
Mhm. I can imagine if you just take time up with your dog, with your rock, he gonna automatically or she gonna automatically protect you. I can imagine they would for them type of dog that he is. I couldn't see them just letting somebody jump on you and you know what I'm saying. And you spend a lot of time with them.
Yep, that joke I got from Tupper. He kind of like a protective dog. I was walking the other day. Guy walked up. He go, hey man, that dog look good. And that man walked up on me, tried to shake my hand. Man, that joker, you ain't hear nothing but that joker jaw clap. That's why I told him, I think you need to bag up.
Yeah, yeah,
Like the
do it.
Aussie, the Aussie Shepherd, the miniature Aussie, she like that. She with me and you walk up on me. She don't weigh but about 5, 6 pounds. Well, I give her about 10. That joker barking like she weigh 100.
Hey, them be the dogs that set them pits off. If them little small dogs like that, your pits might not even bite. If you got them loose in the yard, I'm speaking on, and you got say the 3 pits running around with a little dog like that. That little dog be the one to set them pits off to go attack somebody. And
Yep.
that little dog gonna run. The little dog serious, but she know or he know they can't hurt nobody. But they barking like a joker, and them pits they all friends. So them pits gonna follow the little barking.
They sure will. And you better not bother that little barking joker neither. All them jokers gonna pile up on you.
Yeah.
My little barking dog, the pitch don't bother. They just walk by, they'll sniff at her, you know what I'm saying? But they ain't gonna bother. Cause she ain't gonna let them. She just go crazy on them. They get the hell on. They like, what the hell wrong with this motherfucker?
Yeah. Hey, now, what do y'all think some of the best producing Eli dogs was in the 2000s?
RA, where you at? You say you the Eli man. Where you at, RA?
Oh yeah. I want to address something the brother Kobe Sion said. Kobe asked on Facebook. Have you ever had a smart dog or dog too smart? And is it the smarter the better? Have you ever had a dog that was too smart, city boy?
No, I ain't never had none. That's two. That Australian Shepherd. That's the smartest dog I done had, I believe.
I'm talking pit bull.
No, I ain't never had none that's too smart.
Yeah, I mean, only thing I can say about that, Kobe, is if you say like you training your dog for different competitions, a smart dog, you don't want to teach them bad habits. That's all I can really say about that being far as being too smart, a dog. And that's when I'll be like, you too smart for your own good. Cause see, that's why I always say, make sure when you take your dog off the meals, you don't just let him stop on the meal and just let him stop. And when he stop, he know he going to the chain. Cause see, them dogs
Yep.
they get smart. And when he get
And
tired,
they'll start doing
yep,
that.
he get tired in this competition. He gonna stop because he remember last time he stopped on that treadmill and he went
He
straight to
got a
the
break.
chain. Yep, went straight to the chain and got him a bucket of water. So he gonna remember that and he gonna stop whenever you in your competition and he gonna
Yep.
looking for that bucket of water because he remember. So and that's the only time I think teaching bad habits to dogs is where and like I said, this is my opinion. I haven't really had one where I can say I didn't like because he was smart. I just know if you got a smart one and you teach them bad habits, them bad habits will come out when you with your friends, when you when you in the public. Just like your kids. You raise them wrong at home. When you get around your friends in the public, they gonna act their ass.
They
Because
sure will.
because they can do it. They can get away with it. So that dog,
That's just what they used to doing. They used to
yep,
doing it. Just like you walk that joker to the car and you open that door, or when you pick that leash up and he know he finna go somewhere. He know every time that leash get picked up, it's time to go.
yep. So that's why them brothers preach that take that dog off when you finish working them, give them a cool down, give them this, take them walking for 5 minutes or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not over. He, and
Yeah, the whole 3 hour when we work one out, 3, 4 hour, whatever. Wasn't no water involved, man. Ain't no water involved. No water, period. That what the old man to tell him.
nah, I ain't gonna
Where you
lie.
going? Ain't no old man tell you where you going. Ain't no water involved. So don't even start that shit.
Yeah, nah, I ain't gonna lie. No, I use water at mine.
Hey, not an ounce of water, big dog. I'm talking about not 1 ounce. That mug tell you where you going. Ain't no water involved. So you might as well don't even start that.
Yeah, you ain't gonna be able to get no water when you competing. And
Yeah, that what he say, man. Where you going? Ain't no water involved. You might as well don't even start that crap.
you ain't
I'm
going.
talking about bruh pound that joker for 3, 4 hours with no water. He get it when he get done, but he ain't get no water.
Yeah, I'm quite sure they ain't gonna want to put the water in them dogs' stomachs when they jump in the wall and jumping on the mill. And you might give them a little sip. You
No.
might give them a little sip or something, but you ain't gonna give them the water. Like when it's say if I'm giving him if it's his beginning of his keep, he not getting no water because he's not gonna be up there long enough to get no water. But say like we get halfway in the keep and he's starting to push it like an hour and some my keep time I finish, I'm trying to do a few hours on the mill. So if I'm in the middle of my keep, that means I'm about like an hour and some change, at least an hour. And if I'm going an hour, then I gotta have most time I keep a little small bucket of water right there and I don't feed it to him. I don't feed it to him at all. I let him just lap it up just a couple times, lap it up, and just enough to keep his mouth wet and everything good, and make sure he got a little water. Cause this is the way I looked at it, dog. I looked at it like when them joggers and them marathon runners go out there, Lance Armstrong and all them, they keep a bottle of water with them. You know what I'm saying? Just to,
Hey, hey,
you know,
guess why? Get why? While he jogging and running, he can take a sip.
hey,
You can't have no, where you going. You can't have no sip. You got to be straight at it.
and like when them boys go in the corner boxing, they get a little water sprayed in their mouth.
Hey, hey, yeah. Get what? He got 5 minutes to sit down and say, "Hey, big dog, look, I ain't got time for this shit no more."
hey, you got time to sit down.
Hey, you ain't got time for that, big dog. You got a job to do. You got to be at it. You ain't got time for no water. It's time for you to go to work.
Yeah, yeah.
You asking for water, and your opponent talking, man, come on over here, man. You bullshitting.
No, and see, I keep the water. I'm telling you a few things I keep with my dog. In this summertime, I keep water for him to drink. I keep a wet rag right there to wipe them down with. You know, and keep them cool
See,
off.
hey, big dog. Now that modern day time, back when we were rolling. Now that's modern day time. That's probably a possibility. But back then, we weren't using none of that shit. We were straight. We were straight. We ain't, that was the man. You ain't getting no water where you going. Cause I used to say, hey, you don't get that joke of no water.
Hey,
You ain't
and
getting no
see,
water where you going.
the purpose of me using the water, not the water for them to drink, but the water to wipe them off with.
Yeah, wear them down.
Yeah, it's because you don't want them. You want them to be used to everything. You the same way you said he going, like the dude said he ain't gonna get no water where he going, but he is gonna get some water where he was going back then, because if he get to that corner and that sponge hit him, now he got
Yeah,
water.
yeah, you can hit the mouth with the sponge.
And say for instance, you got your dog used to when water touches his mouth, it's at the end of his workout. Then when that water touches his mouth in that corner, he gonna think that's the end of his workout.
Well,
If he only touched the water, and that's everybody got a little scientific method they use what they keep. Make a difference who it is. You know what I'm saying?
the
Me,
boy,
you,
when you got a
everybody.
hey, when you got a bulldog, he don't even care nothing about none of that. When you take that joker and turn and take your hands off of him, he gonna leave that going 100 miles running, boy.
Mhm. Vernon said he liked the Red Rover, champion Red Rover dogs down off the Niggerino stuff. I seen brother Leroy posted a good picture of Niggerino up there on Facebook. Was yesterday or the day one or a few days ago. It was a nice picture of Niggerino. Only thing I will say about that picture that I saw of Niggerino, he looked like he was in fit shape, but for my liking, his tailbone was just a little tad bit showing too much for my liking. But he was in no way in bad, I don't think in no kind of bad shape or anything like that. I think he was in good shape. A lot of people when they see them dogs look like that, they think they be starved out or skinny or something like that. You ever had any
You ever had any? What'd you say?
you got an echo in the
You got an
background.
echo in the background. I got an echo in the background. Hold on, let me go out and come back in.
Vernon Starr was asking about dogs with allergies. The only allergies I had with mine was like I said, that I noticed was when I was dealing with that pedigree, I want to say it was pedigree or puppy child. Maybe it was the puppy child I was feeding to one particular pit bull I had, and he was throwing it up, and I noticed he was scratching a lot. But I haven't really dealt with the allergies with the pit bulls that I know of. You know, yeah. Yeah, I haven't ran into too many of the ones with the allergies and stuff, man. But and you talking about allergies as far as sneezing a lot, or you talking about allergies as far as scratching, having allergic reactions to foods and things like that. But I haven't ran any to any of them dogs lately, man. Tell you the truth, I've had a couple dogs with skin problems throughout the days, but I don't think there was allergy skin problems. Boom, boom. I'm dropping a link now, city boy. Anybody else want to come and playing on that link? You can as well. Now, I do want to say something about this. Knowing the weight of your dog, when you say back, oh, I know how to call the weights. Knowing the weight of your dog is more than just knowing what a dog look like when he's in shape. You see, because like I was speaking about, many videos back, you want to know what weight you could take your dog at and not lose any mouth. The smallest weight you can take him down without losing any strength. You want him to still be strong as he would normally be, but as light as you can bring him for the competition you're going in. you know. And a lot of people think, oh, he looked good at this weight, but now your dog don't. He's not strong as he normally would be. I will say, because back in the days we would call it mouth. He lost mouth, but he won't be as strong. And then you'll say he got a mouth like a wet paper bag. When actuality, you got him down too small. Yep, yep, yep. Now, is it any lines that haven't been crossed yet when it comes to the pits? Like all the bloodlines, all the dogs, is there any lines that just haven't been crossed that you haven't seen or anybody haven't seen that nobody did yet? Or pretty much everything done been crossed already? City boy
I hear you. What you said? I ain't hear that question. But I had a line that what?
has all you think all the lines been crossed yet? Jeep, Red Boy, all the
Hey,
dogs I'm just talking about
hey,
from different lines.
I do think about that. A cross that ain't no that somebody that haven't made, but I can pretty much bet you if it's a cross, somebody made it. If it's a cross to be made, somebody made it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, the dog's been around too long. If a cross was made, somebody done made it. The dog's been around way too long.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a cross. I can't think of one because I can imagine everything that we could think of been made.
Yep.
I can't think of a cross that probably ain't been made. We talking about them allergies. Well, hey, we had a dog, bro. We had to take to get shots. Get what the dog was allergic to, and I'm like, we need to just get rid of that dog. The dog was allergic to grass.
Mm.
Yeah, we had to take
Damn.
it to the shop to the vet every month to get a shot.
Damn. Now
Dog was
that's
allergic to grass. That was crazy, one.
yeah, that's crazy. That's going. You gotta watch him.
Yeah, we knew some people that had a dog that was allergic to chicken, and I was like, Lord, you got a dog allergic to chicken. That joker, that is something wrong with him. Everything eat chicken.
I mean, you gotta make sure none of the dog food got chicken in it.
Yep.
That won't be hard to do, but I mean, you just have to pay attention to the bags you're getting or stay on a steady feed. Now I heard them Hammond dogs, man, when they really the legitimate Hammond dogs cross with some of them Red Boy Jocko and Red Boy stuff make good dogs.
Yeah, really, 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 really good one. That's what the Hawkeye dog was. He would cross with the Hammonds with the red white with the cruise stuff. Man, that was a bad joker. That man, that was a really, really, really nice dog. Like he set the standard for me what a bulldog should be.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he had the total package, confirmation. That's why when people be like the dog with the good confirmation, this dog had the confirmation mouth and he was game.
Damn.
The only thing that I didn't like about him, he was a slow starter. No, he wasn't. Put like this, he always what made us know he was a bulldog. He always came from behind to get the job done. He
Yeah.
always came from behind and got the job done. Always from behind and got the job done.
And how much you say he weigh?
Anywhere from 49 to 52. We so green the first time we took him out. We take him out 47. He was too small. We bring him back. We bring him back. We bring him at 50. He looked good. And then we brought him at 51. When we brought him at 51 and 52, you remember when you were talking about the mouth? What we just were talking about? The mouth, when we
Yeah.
came brought him at 51, 52, the mouth was all the way there. The mouth was there, was like, well, damn, we ain't never seen that before.
Mm.
He was bigger, he was stronger, and like that's when you, like you say, not call him on the right weight. You know what I'm saying? We did 47. If the guy we went into, and he would have been all the way on point, he probably would have kicked our ass.
Oh yeah, y'all took him at 47.
Yep, when he naturally like 49, 50, he was up there. And my boy, he'll tell you, my boy tell you, okay, you come 51, I'm gonna come 49, and I'm gonna do something to you. He had that much confidence in that joker.
Oh man.
Yeah, I do believe that what you said about the weight, not having his weight right, not putting that weight right where it's supposed to be at, I believe that affect everything.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm saying I think when you bring the weight down, you know what I'm saying? Like I ain't talking about too low, but when you get it down to the lowest you can get it, I think you get more time out the dog because he ain't as heavy.
Yeah. It's probably a very thin line that you just gotta be absolutely correct on. And if you be correct on that very thin line, you get best of both worlds.
Yep, you
You
do. When we figure that out with that joker, we got the best of both worlds.
you be right there where you got you're still strong, and then you can move like you want to move.
Yep,
But
still
it
strong and we was able to move like we want to move. And when it came down to the end, we was the bigger dog. And that mean a lot. When you're looking at them joking, you like, man, they came in the same way. Yeah, but your one look like it's 40, 47, and this one look like it's 50 right now.
uh,
Because long as you go, you're going to lose that weight. And one going to lose weight faster than the other one.
yeah, they start looking after about a few. They start looking. You can see the weight disappearing off of 'em.
Yep.
That water weight be leaving.
Yep. When them joker go losing that weight, boy, you need to be start tightening up now.
Mm, yeah, yeah. Now, RA still ain't tell us about no dang on
Them Eli dogs.
yeah.
I wish I knew about some Eli dogs. I don't know about none. I know those boys at them show be having some nice Eli dog, man. I see a lot of nice ones out there. But I
Yeah,
know
yeah.
one
I
of
don't
them,
know.
Black Coal. I know that dog. That's one of them name. That's a brother. He from up where you from. That where he born and raised that up there. Black brother. Let me
Shit.
see who else. There's a lot of them brothers had them Eli dogs. You know 'em when you see them because they built like brick shit houses.
The Eli dogs.
Yeah, you know 'em when you got the crew when they come out to the show. All of them be together.
Shit. Damn. Yeah, we gotta do some research on them Eli dogs, man. I thought RA was gonna tell me something about them. Get
Mr.
some more
Floyd,
photos.
Mr.
Huh?
Floyd be out there when they had them shows. Mr. Floyd be out there. Joker be taking pictures with old Floyd.
Man, Mr. Floyd, I need to know a damn story. Damn, a picture.
Hey, he probably so old he probably can't even talk to you right now.
That's what I was about to say.
They say he's 91 years old, boy. He's still at it.
Hey, them bulldogs keep you young, man.
Yeah. But a lot of the boys say them dogs ain't the same they used to be back in the day. They say he ain't breed them like he was back in the day. They say back in the day, them were real bulldogs. They say now, boy, you be lucky to get a bulldog.
Man, they gotta get a damn man a break. The man 90-something years old. They want the man to
Yep.
be 100 years old. And that man ain't all that stuff, man. Plus, he done been through his situation and all that, So he pretty much starting from ground zero on what people shout him back and stuff like that, or whatever he had in other places.
Yeah,
But
I can
shit,
imagine him starting from ground zero and they took all the best thing he had. I imagine you had to go to friends who you sold them to and they got to give them back to you or you got to buy them back.
hmm and then one thing, man, you gotta know, you can't just like me. Okay, I can't just go buy one Eli dog and don't know nothing about these dogs and just automatically shun the dog if he not up to my caliber. You need to know what these dogs like. It'd be good to talk to Mr. Boudreaux and understand the line of dogs and what they bring to the table and what to look for and what not to expect or whatever when it come to them dogs. Um, because when I look at the Garner stuff, it ain't really Eli like it ain't the same kind of stuff like Mr. Boudreaux got. He more of a snooty, um, Eli Snooty type dog. Maybe with a little. I think he got a little bolio in it as well. That Frisco stuff. Um, but that Mr. Boudreaux stuff is that real deal Eli coming down
Yeah,
off
he
the
got that.
Eli and he line bred it.
Yep, off that blind Billy stuff, the stuff he had.
hmm And the Eli dogs always get a bad reputation off of them damn Frisco dogs and them damn Garner dogs. That's where them Eli dogs got that 45-minute reputation. It ain't really the Eli dogs, it's them Frisco dogs and them Garner dogs. But I'm quite sure everybody done had every bloodline done had 45-minute dogs and 10-minute dogs and all that shit. You know. One thing I will say, Garner dogs is some real athletic, structurally good structured dogs. I'll tell you that. I haven't dealt with them in over shit. I haven't dealt with them dogs in over 20 years. As far as owning them myself, nope, I lied. I had one on my yard off of I think that dog was off of Akuma or one of 'em. I had that one on the yard. That was a real muscular looking, nice looking dog. Had good structure on it. I think Garner, I don't know, man. I have to look at a lot of Mr. Boudreaux dogs. Mr.
Yeah,
Boudreaux dogs had that look to him.
yeah, Chevy. That was the first like Eli, the Eli. Well, he like the Eli balls, old family red. I ain't gonna lie, I don't know nothing about the dogs, big dog. I just seen the dogs at the dog show. I thought they looked good, and I wanted me one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't know. I seen who that was, Valhalla. When I seen Valhalla at one of them shows, I was like, "Good God Almighty!" I walk up in there with my look with Red Lady. I walk up in there with the dog. I said, "I'm looking around at all the dogs." I say, "I got this right here." He walked in there, big dog. I told him, "Well, I take second place to that one right there." His dog looked that good. I knew that I was gonna get second place.
Damn.
Yeah, she was a specimen, and he's still winning best in shows and best condition with her. She an older dog too,
But
but
them dogs got more Eli or balls.
I don't even know. I'm gonna say Eli. I think they got more Eli than Balls, but they got the old family red nose. They got that Hemp Hill stuff, Hemp Hill Wilder stuff in the back there. They
Yeah.
got that stuff in there too.
Mm.
And them the dog Miss Mona Watch, you know what I'm saying? She down at the show with that whispering wind, and she got another one that she just killing them with. It's a male and a female, and she got that whispering wind dog. That dog got more show points than any dog ever to come through the circuit. She look real good.
Yeah. As a female dog.
Yep, female. Them boys say I don't know why she's still showing that dog. That dog can't get no more compliment. They say she done showed up so much, but she a good looking dog.
Yeah. Was she black or brown or
Yep,
what?
all black. She look real good. Talking about off of that Batman, that Del Monto's Batman dog, man, that Joker looked so good.
Yeah.
Man, I think she an older dog too. She look real good.
Let me see who up in the chat, man. Well, let's see. Uh,
Got the same usual suspect. Old Dark Society up in there.
man, I'm gonna get somebody up here talking about that niggerino stuff too, cause I know it's probably some good line of dogs that came down off of it, some good crosses. See what made the best crosses with that niggerino stuff. Uh, Looking at him, just wanted to know, say if they took a Jeep female and bred to him, how them shits turned out, red boy, how they turned out. I can imagine breeding niggerino himself to a red boy daughter would have made some outstanding puppies or
Yes, I
granddaughter
bet it would. Yep. We
or
stayed by that guy, Mr. Squires, Ronnie Squires. He stayed by us, and what that was stuff he ran, like that, what it was, like Red Boy Jeep stuff, and that just seemed like the Red Boy Jeep with the rascal stuff.
yeah,
That seemed like that cross out just don't quit. That seemed like you hear everybody how the Red Boy Rascal Jeep, Red Boy Jeep Rascal, Jeep Rascal Red Boy.
yeah.
Like that guy the other night when I was talking about Dog Man, when he asked me did I know Kent had the champion Brad. That's what kind of dog he was. And Brad was a hell of a dog. Jeep Red Boy Rascal Jeep. He was a hell of a dog.
They say that's a hellified cross.
Yep, he
The
was a
man
hell of
got
a
no
dog.
Jocko in it. Red boy Jeep Rascal.
Yep, he was a hell of a dog. He was a hell
No
of a
Jocko.
dog. I give him that.
Red boy Jeep Rascal. I didn't like the red boy Jocko Rascal that I had. It was alright, but it wasn't. It wasn't what I liked.
So you probably had to take the Jocko out and go with the Red Boy.
That's why I'll say it seemed like they used more of the red boy Jeep Rascal instead of the red boy Jocko Rascal.
See, like my man told me, he think that them Red Boy dogs speed the dogs up. He said that one he see a lot of people go to the Red Boy dogs. He said that's because he think they dogs slow, so he try to put the Red Boy not as far as speed to make them fast, to speed up the process. Because the Red Boy dog with all the gameness, he said that what he think a lot of the people do. He said he noticed that a lot of his dogs, he say they be ready to go fast. He say he just had a little. He was like, man, I gotta separate them. He said, man, I went out there 2, 3 in the morning. He said them joker tied up fighting. He said they puppies. And he said he got 20 some dogs. Say they sitting the whole yard off 2, 3 in the morning.
Damn.
Cause the puppies in the kennel fighting. He saying he ain't talking about that what puppies do that growling and playing. He said them
Mhm.
joker literally tied up like 2 grown dogs in the kennel fighting.
Yeah, they'll get to it. You be going
Yep.
to work, boy, you be losing about 2 or 3 puppies, go to work and come at
Hey,
home and they kill each other.
that
Damn.
what he said. He said he came home from work. He said, boy, one of them jokers looked like he was on the brink of getting up out of there. He said he had to take him out the kennel. Say, looked like somebody had worked them overtime.
Yeah.
And he talking about these 10, 12-week-old puppies.
Yeah, they'll get to it now.
Yep. But they all red boy dog. He said all them dogs be like that. He said, man, all them jokers, he said they be, and he said, you talking about loud. That man say, man, his yard is loud. He said them jokers see a leaf move, they on it.
Mm-hmm. Red boy got that secret sauce in him now.
Hey, yeah, you do.
I don't know what it is. Red boy got some kind of secret sauce.
That's the gas. He got the gas in him.
We ain't gonna never know what that sauce is unless we talk to the people that actually had Red Boy.
He gonna tell you he found that bit behind the dump, that Captain D eating from behind the dumpster. He don't know what kind of dog it was. He just gave him a name.
Hey, it might be went just like that.
Tell him shit, that we gonna go with it.
It might be just went just like that.
He gonna tell you we just found him behind the dumpster over here.
I
I
still
can
say, oh,
I
go
can
ahead.
imagine the dogs that they just like they just don't got no clue for him. They just he just a badass man. I don't know where he come from. Like I will tell you about the Joker had that pit in that chow. Man, you know how many jokers I heard say this right here? I wish he would try me with that joker. And you know what that man turn around and tell him? Shit, you want something, you can get it. It was three people said that about the pit in the chow.
Yeah,
All three of them had to shake your hand and tell him, boy, that's a damn good one you got right there. He got the curled up tail like a chow and the purple tongue, but he looked like a pit. His whole
damn,
everything looked like a pit, but his tongue and his tail.
damn. And he was the truth.
Hey, lay down the law. You get what? Everybody talking what they gonna do to him. Go get your pit bull and come on back, and I'm gonna show you. He knocked, bro, knocked three of them, three of them off. And I ain't get what? I'm talking about over the hour mark too.
Damn.
I bet it, hey, cause first time you see that joke, you say that look like a fucking Akita over there. Akita with a purple tongue. Tail curled up on his back. He got a
Hey,
good frame on him. He framed up real good now.
now what did you do? Not I ain't talking you. I'm just talking anybody in general. What would you do back in them days, or what are you to think if your high dollar pit bull or your top bloodline pit bull go on an hour and a half with the mixed dog? Who is it? The mixed dog is good or your dog bad or their dog bad?
Oh man, that's a good question. Or is the mixed dog just literally that goddamn good?
Yeah. Or is you gonna them boys gonna be like, oh man, your dog couldn't get a mixed dog, couldn't take a mixed dog.
And get what? That's what they were saying. And then the next person who was saying that they go get their pit bull. And when they get it now, his dog looked at probably worse than the first one that was in there. Hey, man, I ain't lying. The first time I seen it, I told man I'm betting against that joker. Second time I seen him, I told him I ain't doing because the first time I seen it, it was just devastating. I couldn't believe what I was looking at. I'm looking at the dude with the kill. Hey, the man had the dog, big dog, and he had a camp with him. They believed in that joker. That should have let me know then when you got a whole bunch of joker from Pritchard talking about left ride. I should have knew then they were for real.
Yeah.
Whole bunch of boys from Pritchard. And that what they were doing, big dog.
Heck yeah. Shit.
Yep, the old boy from Pritchard, big dog. They had that joker and they had a whole team and they were betting.
What color it was, brown?
Black.
Vernon Starr said he seen a boxer pit bull that was badass back in them days. That's another dog that kind of disappeared off the scene. The boxers. You
Yeah,
don't,
the boxer.
you don't.
They ain't treated them. They ain't treated them. They ain't treated the dog for what the dog was really made for. Like you say, they done took the dogs and they took them all the way from their natural habitat. The boxer supposed to be made for a reason. He ain't got his job no more. They
Yeah,
took his job from him.
that's another dog that the Americans screwed up too.
Yep,
If you look at them, the way a lot of them bred, the American bred ones, I don't necessarily know the pedigrees of them dogs, but I know if you to get a good bred one, you better look at your pedigrees and see where they're coming from.
yep. They done pretty much screwed them up, like you say, like the German Shepherd. Back in the day, man, we coming up to German Shepherd about one of the most feared guard dogs walking.
Hmm. It was, and they had good structure and stuff back in them days.
Yep,
Even before our time, they had good structure. The, the, and they done, the German Shepherd, and that comes from any and everybody getting their hands on the dog. And that's why right now you can find people who breeding German Shepherd looking dogs and they selling them for $250, $300, and they may be full blooded shepherds, but it's just the fact that they so plentiful. They're on every corner.
yep. And they ain't the caliber of the dogs back in the day. That's for sure.
No, because they mixing all different kind of German shepherds. A lot of them
Yep,
they're not even working dogs. They either show dogs or they another kind of German shepherd. And just like the ones we was talking about, the big king shepherds and stuff like that. Them dogs not like working dogs. They like big show dog type dogs.
big goofy looking dog.
You know, yeah, them chow chows, man. That's what I was speaking about on the video other night. Them chow chows, them jokers was out there back in the days, man. Them chow chows, them boxers, them Dobermans, and them Rottweilers. But the Doberman and the Rottweiler still floating. The chow chows, you don't see too many chow chows like you used to see. You don't see the boxers. Not a good looking boxer. Yeah, I used to hear people say something about boxers will roll and stuff back. I don't know, but I ain't never roll none of them. I ain't never even had no boxer. Tell you the truth, I had a mixed breed damn boxer.
Man, I done had all kind of mutts, big dog.
Oh, Bella said they died. Them German shepherds so inbred now they die at a young age.
I got all kind. When I say I got all kind of mutts, I had all kind of dogs, big dog. I knew I was gonna have a pit bull back then. I always wanted me a dog.
I couldn't hear nothing you just said, dog. Just now, it went crazy. The mic went crazy.
I say I knew I was gonna have a dog when I was small. I always just wanted me a dog.
Oh
A dog.
yeah, yeah. My first one was a shepherd. My first dog was a shepherd. Then I got a mixed breed Doberman Rock looking dogs. I don't know which one it was. Doberman and Rock. They looked like both of them. It was two males. I,
Hey,
I
then,
about
then we get then we get big and boy go to seeing stuff we ain't got no business seeing at kids and be like, I want me one of them right there. You see that? I want one of those.
mm, yeah.
I remember the first time I seen the pit bull. It was we walking down the street, boy, my buddy. Well, he wasn't my buddy, he was my brother, my buddy friend. We call him Yum Yum. He had his dog was so rugged. Get what his name was? They called him Dog. That what his name was, big dog. His name was Dog. What that Joe Dog? He was the Bruno dog. See, back then we thought the Bruno dog was the killer. You see, the Bruno dog, that joker a killer, big dog. That's
Yeah.
what we thought about the Bruno dog. He was a Bruno dog back then. The dogs had clipped tails back then. You remember that when they were clipping the tails on them?
I remember a couple people I knew had clipped tails, but I ain't
Man,
never
everyone, man. I stayed in our practice. I can remember Cedric Williams. They had Iceman. He was a white pit with the tail clip. We had Leonardo Batiste. He had the lady. She had the tail clip. We had Archie and them, Lolo and them. They had Frosty. Man, see Big Dog. This was back when I was a baby, man. I still remember them names. They had Frosty. He was a white man. He was white.
Hey, you changed your mic. You changed your mic up from earlier
Yeah, yeah.
because you keep going in and out when you're talking. I can't hear nothing you said just now.
I said you couldn't hear nothing I said. I said, all those dogs, what I was talking about, they was white.
Yeah.
It was what it was. Cedric Williams, he had Snowman. They had Frosty. Pete was the white dog with the brown patch on his eye. Those white dogs. Remember you talking about the white dogs? Those was all talking about Snow White. Snow White with the pink nose. You remember
And your
them old
tail
white
was
dogs?
clipped.
Yep, all of them had the clip tail.
Yeah. I knew a couple people have clipped tails, but then I remember, when I was young, I remember people start saying you gotta leave the tail alone for balance. Gotta leave the
Yeah.
tail alone for balance.
Hey, I done seen some with the clip tail doing like the one I'm telling you about. My boy had the Bruno stripe. Man, we walking down the street, old chow ran out the yard on that dog. Man, that dog almost killed that chow, man.
Uh,
And back then, when you're 14, 15 years old, you don't know how to break them dogs up.
no. Shit, boy. Now my homeboy, he did have one off of some Red Boy stuff, Red Boy Jocko stuff that he had clipped the tail on the dog. He was a buck skin red nose, and shit, he had clipped his tail, but he wasn't doing that with him.
I remember seeing some with the tail clip and the ears clipped on them. I seen one at the show. She had the ears clipped. She looked real. You see them at the dog show all the time with the clipped ears. They look good, but for some
Yeah,
reason, the judges don't never pick them. Now they had one. The guy had his ears clipped on her. She looked real good. You couldn't, like the dog looked so good. You don't have no choice but to get her props up.
yeah. Now they probably take points from you if you go in there in the show with a clipped tail.
I think they will.
You taking away from the dog look now. He can't even he can get a stance in and his tail gonna stand up. He can get that stance in now. But you're gonna take away from the dog when you cut his tail, as far as the show wise. I believe you will. I don't know, I could be wrong.
I believe you will too. I think so too. But I done seen, what I'm saying, some.
What do you say? Dun, dun. Big salute to everybody down in the chat. Everybody down in the chat. What you saying, yo?
I say I see some with the ears clip. Them jokers be beautiful, man.
Oh yeah, yeah. Now the ears look good on a pit bull clip. They just so expensive now. It's hard to clip them if you got more than one dog and you want to clip them up or something. But
Oh man, I think that stuff like $375, man, for one ear.
they look good on your dog when you got them clipped. Look real
Yep, when
good.
you get them clipped by the vet, when you get them clipped by the vet, yeah, they do look good.
That shit bring the dog out. Make him look like a real bulldog then.
Yep. When you go to the vet and get it, when they make them stand up stand up in the air, they look real good.
Street Rossi asked what I think about the Dalmatians back in the days. My homeboy had a Dalmatian, and my homeboy was a pit bull man. This was during the era we really knew what was what. And he had a Dalmatian on the yard, a big fire dog looking dog. I'm talking about real Dalmatian, the skinny shit. Um, he had an attitude. That motherfucker was mean as hell. Now he wasn't doing no crazy stuff with the dog. Like just going out there trying to match the dog or nothing like that. But he was his yard dog, and the dog was mean as hell. Now I can't remember that dog name. I asked my homeboy about him, but he was a full-blooded Dalmatian. Now that was a dog that a lot of them dogs kind of was around in the 80s a little bit more, and they kind of faded away. Dalmatian a pretty dog though. If you got one right now, I don't know how they holding up far as health wise and stuff like that.
If those dogs like to the standard, they they are some nice dogs.
Yeah, yeah, that's what they used to tell us, Vernon, to take the dog's balance when you're cutting the tail. So shit, I don't even think I maybe have owned one dog with a tail clip, and I can't even remember if I did ever own one dog with a tail clip, pit bull wise. I don't think I own no dogs with clipped tails, pit bulls. Even
Oh,
that one I had that was mixed breed. Even that one I had that was mixed breed. That first one I got when I was 14, that one had the clip ears and she was spaded, but her tail was still there. Still had a tail. Now I knew a dude back in the days. This joker had a red nose, boy. I was real young. This red nose was so big. He wasn't big like the Hulk or none of them. He was like game dog big. But this joker had a big mouth. Say he had a head like Mayday, but he was red nose, and he was short. This dude wasn't into the game dog stuff. He just had some nice red noses. Man, I'm talking about man. One of them tail was clipped, and he looked damn good. He looked damn good, but
yeah, I ain't seen too many lately. You ever seen something lately with the tail clipped on them?
no, nobody don't clip them no more. Only time you see a tail clip now is just somebody who just got them a bulldog and they decide they want to clip the tail in the tail in the ears because they got a bulldog. That's the only way you're gonna see it now. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I ain't
they
seen
ain't
too
re-
many.
and they probably ain't real bulldog savvy on the dogs that we got. They just know they got a bulldog or pit bull or whatever, and decide they're gonna clip the tail in the ears because that's what the bulldogs get, a clip tail in the ears. That's what they'll think, but it's actually just the clip ears, not the tail. Now your bulldogs got your clip tails. And for people that may get it confused when I say bulldogs, when I be talking about pit bulls, that's bulldog means a stud pit bull is what I mean, a real deal pit bull, a pit
Yeah.
bull that I can take and win events with, go down in the woods and hog hunt with them for real, put them on a hog. That's what I mean by bulldog. That's the opposite of saying he a mutt. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I've been really speaking about pit bulls though.
Hey, he can go out there in that wood and handle that hog, boy. You got to take your hat off to him, boy.
Yeah. That's why I say you got pit bulls and you got bulldogs. You know,
Yep. Hey, boy, to call one a bulldog. When I hear somebody call one a bulldog, I know exactly what he mean.
hmm
The
now,
bulldog, that's the dog that feel nothing. He the dog that that you talk about. He don't feel nothing. He don't got no fear in his heart. And like they say, he'll whatever the task is, he gonna die trying to do it.
hey, I tell you what now, even when you hog hunting, you gotta look at it like this. When the pit bulls were created, they were doing bull baiting and bear baiting and all that other stuff. They needed their tail back then. Even they needed their tail back then. So them guys would have knew not to cut their tails throughout the years. They would have knew to leave the
Yep.
tails on the dog, leave the tails on the dogs, all throughout the early 1900s on back. Some people clip them just to clip them, but Them guys already knew that. And even down to the modern day time where you got to just do hog hunting. The only thing you can do with them like that. You still got to keep your tail. You go out in the woods and with a pit bull without a tail on a hog, man, that hog gonna throw that motherfucker up in the tree somewhere. Boy, look here, he gonna be kind of off balance messing with that hog without a tail on him. He gonna need to make some quick moves here and there.
Yeah, yeah, 'cause them hogs be tossing them around now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I ain't never been on a hog hunt. I like to try it, but I know that him. I can't have no dog who ain't handling business because they gonna be like, damn, big dog, you climbed up the tree, that hog came in way. Yes, sir.
I ain't worried about the dogs. I ain't worried about the snakes. I ain't worried about the animals, the insects. All I'm worried about when we go hog hunting is the water, cause I can't swim like that, and I ain't
Oh Lord.
chase no damn dog through no damn swamps. And hell to the no, I'm running around that motherfucker. Shit, I don't
I'm
got
worried
damn
about
body.
hey, I'm worried about the hog. I'm tell I probably can survive everything else out here. I don't want this joker to run over me. No, sir. I done seen man them joker charge big dog. Them jokers
I'll
seem like
jump.
they coming at you like a linebacker, boy.
I'll jump over that motherfucker. I get away with him. I get away. I ain't worried about that.
You turn
I
around,
get a
get what you
second
gonna
chance.
tell. Get what you gonna tell him. Man, this man climbed up the tree without no stand or no ladder.
Hell yeah. Shit. I'm gonna get away from him as long as I'm on dry land. He might knock me off my feet, but shit. You think them boys in the NFL come up off the ground running with they think they got a fumble or something.
Boy, what
Shit.
you say? Man, I
But
seen
that
one of them
water,
joker charge. I seen one of them joker charging a man. Man, that joker Hal was standing up on his back and he was looking mean. Boy, that joker shot that. Hey, he let that shot off just in time. He laid him down. But boy, if he would have missed. Man, I could imagine what was gonna happen to him.
now some of them boys be out there with them hogs, man, and them hogs be I can't really say the weights, but they be so big, dog. I'm talking about looking like small car size on them damn videos. I ain't never seen nothing that big, but I'm talking about, man, if they at least close to 1,000 some pounds and they moving still like a wild hog move. Can you imagine how strong and fast that animal is, man? That's a strong beast.
Man, and I can imagine when he hit you, oh my goodness.
That's why you gotta have a dog with a vest on, man. If he's in, you kind of want to keep him at least secured a little bit. You know,
And I don't even know what kind of dog you gotta have to do that. Cause I can imagine he can't act like no pit bull going up and down.
shit.
That joker better have some sense.
He gonna give him some sense. I don't give a damn what dog you got. He gonna come run. He can run up in there. Say how dogs you got dogs that just automatic like magnets. As soon as they hit another dog, boom, they just stuck right there. Man, shit. You let one of them dogs go on one of them damn hogs and see what happens. Hey, the boys, hey, Vernon say hogs lock and shake too. Hey, lock, shake, make a whole bunch of noise, and they got them damn tusks. Them damn tusks that they're gonna be slinging your dog around with, busting them up,
Oh
gutting them
Lord.
up at the same time, pushing them.
Man, they seem like they seem like they stick them tusks in them and they shake their head from side to side.
They know that they hurting them. They know them dogs ain't gonna be able to take that, boy. Now you got a bunch of dogs to surround them. The thing where I be seeing you taking the dogs and surrounding them, you trying to run them till they get tired for one. And you get the dog surrounding them. Then you got your bulldog to come in there and lay that smack down on them. But
I
you
don't
got
even think a dog could keep up with that joker if he don't stop running. Cause boy, them jokers be running. Them jokers seem like they run moving 50 miles an hour on land.
they probably keep moving, but you got your hound dogs gonna track them down. They gonna
Boy,
find
them,
them. They gonna
hey,
stay on his ass.
them home dog be on their ass too.
Yep, they own them. They in front of them. They can be moving. They probably going side to side and scatter and trying to be smart, trying to hide in cuts and all kind of shit. Then the dog find them again. Then he break off running again or go another direction. Hey, them boys say them Razorbacks, man. I ain't gonna lie to
Hey,
you now.
I can imagine.
They probably mean. They probably mean out there. They mean everywhere though. But I'm quite sure they ain't calling the Razorbacks for nothing. They probably got some hellified hogs out there.
Big, ugly, musty joker too, boy. Hey, that my granddaddy said, "Oh, you smell him before you get there." He said that joker stinks so bad. Hey, my granddad say, walking through the wood, he say, "Boy, you better keep your nose up in the air." You say, you smell him before you get there. He said that joker smell like a barrel full of old men. He said, you walking through the woods and ain't no old men around. You smell a barrel full of old men. Granddaddy say, you better get out of there.
Shit, I'll tell you what, some good eating though, boy. You bust one of them down and put it on the grill.
See,
That's
that
my
what I was just finna ask. I wonder what he tastes like.
shit. They're good, man. You can taste a little. You don't want to cook them right then. They supposed to let them sit in the cooler and let them sit in some vinegar or water for about a few
Get the get
days.
the
Yeah,
get the wild out of it.
yeah, and yep, yep, and get it. But you still taste a little different than regular hogs. You can taste a little. It ain't a bad taste, but it's damn good. I'm telling you right now.
I ain't never had no wild. I don't know. I ain't no telling. These grocery stores over here, you might have went up in there and got a wild hog.
It don't, far as the actual, I think it's a little less fat on it. I think myself, I
Hey,
could be wrong.
I went in the store, big dog, and I seen a pack of pork chop. I know it was 10 of them in there. They ain't
Mm,
want but $5 for them. I was like, well, goddamn, y'all must got a farm of these motherfuckers back there.
damn.
Hey, center cut pork chop. I'm saying, you telling me this what you want for these? Just $5 for this big old pack, family pack?
Shit. Lone Swipe said they got them 350 plus over there.
I hate to see one of them, boy. Can you imagine him barreling down on you? He mad. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you gonna have some problems out there. You better have some pretty good dogs. Now I ain't never had no wild hog chitlins. I ain't never had no wild hog chitlins. Um, but I tell you what, I had a hog on the grill, some wild hogs on the grill. But when it comes to chitlins wise, man, I gotta. It's certain people. I like to eat certain people the way they cook it. I don't know how to really do chitlins. You got to clean them things out good and
Hey
all that
man,
type of
I
stuff.
ain't never had no chitlins, man. I don't know, big dog. I ain't gonna lie now. I've been to a show one time and we
Oh
was out there for about 6 hours and I was bro, I was hungry as a I'm talking about, boy, that man had brought them chitlins out with all them peppers and bell peppers and onions and rice. And I was looking at that thing.
man, listen.
I was starving. I ain't gonna lie. I could not touch them chitlins.
Hey, I tell you what, my big salute to my man Perk, man. My man Perk let me taste some. Man, this is the best shit I taste. Fried pig feet, man. Man, the motherfuckers was good, boy. Only pig feet I ever tasted was the ones in the jar, the pink ones. You know what I'm saying? He had some fried, boy. I'm talking about they were fried, but it looked like they had some cornmeal or something in it too, because you can see the little yellow cornmeal. But when I tell you good, boy, them things was tender. What?
I ain't never had no fried pig feet. Hey, I done had the pig feet out the jar now, nigga.
Oh yeah, I like that. But that's kind of tough, and you gotta bite that and tear that a little bit. This shit here was like soft. He had seasoned that and it had it marinating or whatever. I don't know how he did it, but he brought them to us, let them taste. Man, them things were good, boy. I ain't gonna lie to you. Fried pig feet. I ain't tasted no more since he cooked them. I've been wanting
Yeah,
some since then. I've been wanting some, but I ain't had none
I ain't
since then.
never had none of that, boy. I'll be, hey, I, yeah, I'm running. I'm like, he told me he'd have jumped on them hog maw. I mean, them chillin', man. I can't. Hey, big dog, I ain't gonna lie. I done seen some chillin'. They were polished up. They look real good. I just remember when my mama would clean them in the house, what the house smelled like. Man, I was like, what the hell? Somebody done shit it up in here.
Oh yeah, my grandma used to cook them things. Them had a whole house smelling like that, boy.
Man, oh goodness, Lord have mercy. Talking about the house stinks so bad you can't even sit up in there.
They used to cook chitlins, hog mogs, all that.
Man, hog mouth, yeah, all that. I hey, I've been tempted to try some, but I ain't. I can imagine what that shit tastes like. Oh my gosh.
Nah, hell no, man. I'm telling you, last time I had chitlins now. Nah, I said I just eat chitlins, make sure 'cause I can't cook it myself. Man, I always used to be on the block, man. It was a restaurant down on the corner of the block we was on, man. Chitlins and rice, boy. I'm talking about, man. I'll tell you, greasy rice. You take come, they say in a little white little container, and you can, boy. I'm telling you, take your little container and pour it to the side and pour off some of that grease off that joker, man. I'm talking about good, boy. You mix some chitlins and that rice up together, dog. I'm telling you, man. Boy, I'm talking about, and them folk wasn't no kin to me, but they got the restaurant that was on the block where we was at. And man, listen, they used to cook that shit, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you. Chitlins and rice. But
Man,
now the
I
last
don't
time,
think I can have none, man. Oh my gosh, I'd die.
no, dog, this shit here put you a little hot sauce on that thing chopped up real fine in that rice, and your hot sauce on that, boy, look here.
Hey,
Woo!
I had to go drinking with Big Dog, and they hit that one right there. Me and Big Dog had to have one of them night when he go drink a whole fifth. I
Shit.
can't. Ooh, boy, them pull them chitlins out. I ain't gonna lie. I had to be like, you know how you go to jail, and the first 2 3 days in there, you be like, man, I'm good. I ain't eating that shit.
Hey, Vernon Star said that's the reason he don't eat pork now.
I
Hey,
can't.
What about
Man,
what,
oh
what
my
about
goodness.
cracklings, man? Like fried cracklings. I had one of my friends. He passed away now. He used to cook fried cracklings, man. Them shits was good. Homemade fried cracklings. Chop them up himself and fry them things in the grease.
Hey, yep, my sister was married to this old country boy. He used to do that. Them things to be good and hit him with that hot sauce. Oh,
Man,
man.
man, we be at the top of the block, dog. And if I'm exaggerating, somebody slap me. We be at the top of the block, and you can smell when he drop them things in that grease. You can smell that shit from way at the bottom. Some shit smelling off, boy. I'm talking about, woo, and them things be hot.
Yep. Hey, and that when they be good when you get them fresh out the grease and hot, they be sure no good.
Now, see, down south, people cook, man. You have people in the neighborhoods that cook different places. You might, and the first store I was talking about was a restaurant, like a bar type thing. But you have people that cook different things. Everybody have their own hustle. You know what I'm saying? The brother that I'm talking about that had the cracklings, he cook, he might cook a hog. He cook hogs for brother. He the specialized the hog man. You got people in different cities that specialize in breaking that hog down. When you need your hog bust down and cooked the way it need to be cooked, you take them to these people. You know what I'm saying? And this type of brother we deal with, it's not just any and everybody. You know what I'm saying? But they hey, it be good, dog. It be good, man. Fried cracklings. I ain't had no chitlins in a long time, so I can't really speak on that in modern day. But the cracklings, that should be good, man. That's like no
Yeah,
different. That's no different than skins, buying skins out the store.
but I would say they would be better than out the store because you don't know how long they been in that bag. You know, when that boy grab that thing and scoop them out that grease, you know they fresh.
And they soft. They be good and soft, and they
Yep.
have like meat on it. That little meat that be on them skins. They be having that
Yep.
meat on it, man. Ooh.
And then they sprinkle that old seasoning salt on top of them. Joker so be good.
Hey, he had I want to say he had the $2.50 bag and the $5 bags. I want to say that's how he had them. If it wasn't 250 and five, it was 5 and 10, one or the other. And boy, shit, boy, look here. Them shits be good. And salty, man. Look at it. Get you a good Pepsi
Yeah.
Cola. Get you a good Pepsi or Coca Cola. Shit, boy.
And pour that Louisiana hot sauce out, boy, you be showing up in there.
Yeah. Hey, John Denver say too much of that stuff had your stomach messed up.
Man, have you with the high blood pressure.
Hey, that's for sure. That's what you got to watch for when you're dealing with that hog and cooking and stuff. Not eat too much because it be good, and you be had a headache later on in the evening or something like that, man. Because you done raise your blood pressure up or something.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Uh, all them places, John Denver, I was telling you about that fool, man. The brother passed away. RP to that brother. He gone. The restaurant that used to sell that shit like that's gone. All that stuff that's gone. That's back in the days, man. I was just reminiscing a little bit. You know,
Yeah, and that kind of stuff. My sister used to date this boy named Bernard up in Lake Como, Mississippi. Man, them Joker had a farm, big dog. Man, they had everything up there. That's why I used to go ride horses at. I remember they had one named Shogun. Big dog, I'm sitting on that joker. You know how somebody get your attention, you just sitting on the horse, you talking to the person that's next to you.
Yeah.
They up on the porch. When I turned and looked to the left, get what my feet did, big dog. My feet hit that joker on the side. I ain't have my hands on the reins or nothing. That joker took off. He took off straight from up under me. Boy, I hit the big homie. When he came from up, he came straight from up under me. Boy, I hit number back. Bam! That's why I told nigga I think my riding days over with.
Hell yeah, boy.
I ain't been on the horse since. Boy, that joker knocked the sense out of me. Boy, I got about that ground. Hey, I was hurt. But everybody would laugh. I didn't want everybody to know. Boy, when I got up, man, I got my butt in that car. I went home. Boy, I was in that car ride home. Boy, I was in that car moan out. Oh, God, I'm finna die. Boy, that joker came from up under me. He wasn't no big old horse. I could imagine if it would have been a big one, he probably would have killed me.
Oh yeah. You gotta watch them big horses. You gotta watch a horse, period.
See, he was he was the starter horse. You know, folk have the starter horse when you go to their house.
Yeah.
You telling him he ain't wild, he ain't crazy. You can get that one. That was that one. And I fuck around and my feet hit his side. You know, you hit him on the side with your feet. That's the side to go.
Yeah.
Man, I hit that joker on the side. That joker took off, and I wasn't ready. I ain't got my hands on nothing. Man, that horse took off with me not ready. Man, that joker flipped me dead on my back. I told I ain't never getting on another horse again.
Damn. Yeah, that make you stay off one now. That'll definitely
Yep.
make you stay off of it. What about raccoon and all that? Y'all boy rock with that?
But the raccoon,
Yeah.
man,
Oh
I
yeah.
know I know some joke with my mama, man. Boy, I'm talking about raccoon, possum. That's why when I go to my mama house, got to watch what you eat over there, boy. You get a cow tongue, a raccoon, a possum. I opened up. She had a pressure cooker one day. I opened that bitch like she had a pot full of dead puppies. Look like squirrels in there. I said, Lord have mercy, mama. I know you killed the whole little puppies and finna eat them.
Hey, my neighbor loves squirrels, boy. My
And she
neighbor
had
loves squirrels.
pressure cooker full of squirrels and onions and bell peppers. I was like, Lord have mercy. The head's still on them, big dog.
Yeah, them squirrels. Now, I mean, I heard they good when you cook them or fry them or whatever. But
Shit,
I just can't rock with it. You
I
know what I'm saying?
don't want now. You can have all them.
Yeah, I don't rock with that. You know, I don't rock with that. But I know people that do, and they say they good. I just like I don't eat turtle. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't rock. I don't mess with that turtle.
Hey, hey, I'm gonna tell you about that. Hey, we worked at the Rue Chris. You know, they sell turtle soup, they sell crab soup and gumbo. Them starters. I used to have a homeboy. He was a dishwasher. He'd always ask for some food. Man, let me get some. Hey, he come over that one day, big dog. He said, hey, let me get a cup of that gumbo. I said, I got you, big dog. Hey, I was just fucking with him. I got a big old cup of that turtle soup, put some rice in it. I gave it to him. Hey, he ate it. He came back to me. What that gumbo hit like? Get what that joker told me, big dog.
What?
Straight. He said ain't have no shrimp in it. He said it had a whole lot of pork chopped up in it. Hey,
Yeah, you did that man wrong, man.
I said, boy, that was that turtle soup. Get what he told me though. He said, for real, that shit was good. He said, man, that was good. He said that pork chop meat, that what he called it, pork chop meat. He said that pork chop meat was good. I said, man, that was chopped up turtle. Hey, he said it was good. That's why I told him. I don't know. I told him I've been working here in front of this stuff for years. I ain't never tasted. I ain't eat no turtle soup. I'm like you. I don't want no turtle.
Now I may try it if you. I try some things fried now. I will try it fried if you got it fried and you got it
Hey,
nuggets or something like that.
if you like soup, if you eat soup, you probably try that. Cause he said it tastes like something.
I ain't
If
fucking with no soup because when I think about soup, I think about boiled and stewed and not half cooked looking and all that type of shit. And man, hell no,
say part of stew with okra in it, boy, you talking about make me run away. Oh my goodness.
hell no, hell no.
I remember the first time, you know what succotash is?
I ain't never ate none of that.
Man, you know what that shit is. Man. You say you got a grandmama. Your grandmama cook. You gonna say I went to my grandma house, opened the pot, I looked in it, and I seen it. The corn, the tomatoes, the okra, and all that. When they mix all that
Yeah,
together,
yeah, 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 yeah.
I can tell my mom. I tell you what, I'm gonna go to bed hungry tonight.
Oh,
I don't think
I can eat something like that. That ain't nothing but a mixed up every damn thing. Sound like
I can't.
succotash.
I can't.
But I'm talking about them turtles. Shit. I'll try like this like catfish stew. I'll mess with that a little bit, but I don't too much deal with it. But I like frying. I'll deal with it frying.
Yeah, I'm like you. I eat a lot of things fried. You fry something and slide it over there, I might try it.
Yeah.
Like them chicken hearts. I don't think I'll eat one of them. I don't think so. Now it had to come down to the nitty gritty, and I just might. But I met a guy the other day. He said he fry them jokers all the time and eat them. He said, man, that thing tastes just like one of them old gizzards.
Yeah, only thing about it, it just I don't know how many gizzards you get in the chicken. Or I guess when you get that whole chicken, you got that little stuff in the middle part right there. But shit, there ain't gonna be nothing but a little small little one little piece.
That ain't chicken heart. That's about bigger joint of one of your fingers.
So if you eat them and like eating a lot of them, you probably can go to the store and buy them in a pack of chicken hearts. That way you can fry more than one and get you like a pack of so it'd be like nuggets or something.
Yeah, man, you go there, you go get them chicken hearts, you get what? Get what, 3, 4 pounds of them jokers for what? $2 or $3.
Stuff like buffalo, I'm dead on that. Buffalo, elk, and all that type of moose and all that. I'm rocking with that. Steaks, I done ate elk steaks.
I
I,
ain't
I'm
never had none
I'm
of that.
waiting to taste some beer. I'm trying to get me some beer because I want to taste some of that. I heard that's real good. I heard it's sweet or fatty or something. But I want to taste some beer. Stuff like that, I eat that, man. I ain't really, I ain't messing with no mountain lions or nothing like that.
Hey, here's some folks that hit a bell the other day. Well, I ain't gonna say the other day, a few months ago. I should have just stopped and got him, told him wildlife people that shit told man, let me get that. My boy say he want to try some bell. At least let me get a hunk off his back or something.
It got to be the season, man. But if they cooking it, I can't cook it. I mean, I ain't want to clean it. I can cook it, but I ain't want to clean it.
Man, that nigga Supreme said some crane jerky. Man, what's wrong with that man?
I mean, that's a bird. I
Man,
mean, if he,
I don't. That nigga said some Supreme. Man, what's wrong with you, man? That nigga some crane.
I ain't never heard of it, but shit, I don't know.
Everybody on the side of the water, ain't it? That eating the fish out the water.
Yeah,
Hey, Supreme. Hey, man. You know you ain't got to. You know you ain't got to eat that, man. You know you can go to the store and just buy you some chicken, big dog, or just go down to the store buy you some beef jerky, man. That joker said some crane jerky. God,
hey, I ain't know if he was joking or this damn for
I
real.
I
Shit,
hope I hope he's joking.
it come to birds, man. I'm gonna stick to chickens. I
I,
don't do I don't
I
do too many birds outside of chicken
ate some duck.
and turkey. Yeah, turkey,
Hey,
quail,
I ain't never heard no. I ain't never had no. I had some Cornish hens.
Cornish hens, quail. So
Said
I
some,
do them, but
yeah, yeah, Vernon Starr. He high. That boy said some things. Hey, but I'm gonna tell you, man. He probably ain't. I'm gonna tell you, man. We go fishing. People,
you're breaking up on me, city boy. I can't hardly hear you.
I say we go fishing. I say them Vietnamese people. They eat everything, big dog.
Man, so the fish,
Man, yeah, you know, we throw eels back in the water. Man, them folk be wanting that joker. Man, give it to me. Be like, man, you can't eat this.
we talk because it's too small.
Just an eel, big dog. Just the
Oh,
eel.
or
Yeah,
eel.
eel.
Do we eat eel? They be in the restaurant, don't it?
Man, I don't want none.
I don't want none either. It look too much like a snake to me. I wouldn't eat no snake.
I
I
mean,
don't want no rattlesnake. I don't give a damn if you fry that motherfucker with season on it, hot sauce, all kind of shit. I don't give a damn. I don't want
hey,
no snake.
Big boy eat it. I know Big Joker eat everything. But you put anything in front of him, he give it a try. I told that Joker, man, you crazy.
Yeah.
Now I know folk eat rattlesnake, man. I can't do all that.
Yeah. Supreme talking about the duck. I had some duck a while not too long ago. It was alright, but you know, it tasted alright enough for me to swallow it up and chew it and swallow it, but I didn't want to get no more order to my plate.
See, when I worked at Roof Chris, they had a whole bunch of duck breasts. The breasts of the duck.
Yeah.
They just did them like chicken tenders. They fried them like chicken tenders.
Yeah.
Man, you ain't know the difference. They fried them up real good like a chicken tender.
And that's what it's gonna come down to, though. The person that's cooking whatever you eating, if they really know how to cook, they can
Yeah,
slip anything on your ass. I'm
yeah,
gonna tell you now, boy.
yeah, because I worked at one of the other restaurants. You know what that fish called? Oh man, what that fish called? Not whiting. It's another fish.
Cod?
They, nope, they sell it in the store. Sway, SWAI. You ever see
Yeah.
that in the store?
Nah, I ain't paying no attention to it.
It's a member of the catfish family. No, it's a good. The fish good. It's farm raised. When I was on, I used to go over to one of Ruth Chris other restaurants. They had a seafood restaurant called Field Fish Camp. You could work in between both restaurants. So I go over there, and they were serving the sway as grouper. You know, a lot of people, big dog, they don't know sway is in the member of the catfish family. So you know it's a cheap fish.
Yeah.
They selling it as grouper. A lot of people come to eat. They don't know the difference between the fish. No, they don't know what the fish supposed to taste like or none of that. They just know they coming in a nice restaurant and getting a piece of fish that's supposed to be expensive. They don't know.
Mm-hmm.
The guy who came in that night, guess what he was? The guy who do the sports for the news.
Yeah.
But guess also what he is. He's a local fisherman.
Mm.
And serve him that. Guess what he did with his fish, big dog? Asked
What?
for to go. Took it home, did a DNA test on it. Came back, it was Cambodian catfish.
Damn.
Hey, man, you know what a slab of that thing costs, boy, when you go up in Felix? You get a slab of Cambodian catfish for about $35. Hey, he dressed it up for you too, big dog. When you get it, get how it come. The jumbo lump crab, he take jumbo lump crab meat, saute it in a skillet, put the green onions on it, the green scallions, and he put that on top of the fish, and he serve it to you with two sides. And here you can pay $35 for a big ass piece of catfish.
Damn. Hey, they get you, boy.
Hey, hey, I'm walking in the restaurant one day. I'm walking in. I say, man, the news out there. The dude catch me at the what's your name. He went to ask me. I told that man, I don't know what the hell you talking about, man. Yeah, he trying to ask me about why we selling Cambodian catfish for grouper. Man, I had the slightest idea what you talking about.
So let me ask you this. Anybody in the chat, anything. Speaking back on dogs real quick. When we're talking about food. Um, when it comes to eating raw fish, a wild dog gonna eat raw fish and it ain't gonna bother them. Or will it actually bother them and we just don't know it?
That's
You
a
know,
good.
we try to keep the bones and stuff out of it for our dogs, but if
I'm
a
quite,
dog wild, they gonna eat a wild fish. They ain't gonna
yeah,
worry about the bones.
I'm quite sure the wolf, if he come up to the lake, say like the wolf, he come up to the lake and he just so happened to get it, I can imagine he ate.
Yeah,
I done had my dog with me and went fishing and caught a small fish and throw it over there to him, and they just eat that joker whole, just grab him by the head while he's still flipping around and just eat him.
that's what I'm wondering. Like how we say, if you're gonna give them chicken, give them raw chicken. If it's gonna be the whole bone and everything, and if you're gonna cook it, take it off the bone. I wonder when it come to fish, could it be about the same thing? If you give him a raw fish, a live fish, and he eat it, is it better for him to eat it raw, or if you're gonna eat the whole fish?
Yep, they eat the whole fish, head, eyes, everything.
I don't believe the bone. I don't believe the bone. I believe the bones be a little softer on them
Yeah,
when they be raw.
hey, we used to go to this white guy house, Mr. Crane. He stayed over in Bayman. That's over in Alabama. He had ponds. You know the ponds, know that ponds they stock. They had a big fish that do the breeding, so they be real big fish. So they had to
Mm-hmm.
take them out, and he would feed them to the dogs. Man, his dogs looked immaculate. Man, you've seen the way his dogs look. He would let them just like he would cut like the fillets off the side. He would take those. He would take like the corker with the head on it, with all the leftover meat on it, just throw it out there. I'm
Yeah.
talking about a 4 or 5 foot fish, and let the dog just chew all that meat off of it.
Damn.
That
Damn.
joker with his head, the eye, all that meat on the head, he would eat all that.
Mm.
Man, his dogs looked real good. He was the first. That was one of the guy where I bought my first real pit bull from, Old Man Crane. We used to go to his house. That joker had 200 dogs up there. I remember I bought what it was. He had a one named Henry. Henry was so big, he had 2 heads. You remember how they used to look big dog when they had that big dent in the middle of their head?
Mm-hmm.
He had that dent in the middle
Yep.
of his head. He had a big old dent in the middle of his head. Big Henry. And the mama name was Gummy Dog with no teeth.
Damn.
Yeah, that Mr. He was known for having them dogs like that. The dog with the big them joker had big old big stupid heads. See, he had
Doug.
back then he had big confirmation. They had big heads. They had big bodies. And to think about it, they probably would made their dogs back then. But back then we ain't know. We just coming over there getting some dog from them. We ain't asking for no paperwork or nothing.
Yeah.
I remember he had a big red one. That joker was beautiful, named Tango, and that probably one of the most beautiful dog I ever seen in my life.
What's the best fish for a dog when it comes to fish? Because you know all of them, they're not supposed to have all the fish.
I
Some
think
fish have got a little more mercury in it. A
I think
little.
the mackerel and the salmon. I see a lot of people, man, use what's your name. I don't know where you can get them from. Like not sardines out the can. They use a fresh sardine. They get them sent to them frozen, whole
Yeah.
sardine.
Yeah.
And I probably would think, me staying down here where I'm at, I probably could run across all kind of stuff like that.
But in actuality, will it be the cheapest out of all them that you get the most fish? Will it be tuna or will it be salmon? Can you get the larger supply of salmon for the lowest price or tuna, you think? Tuna most time, you think you can get big slabs of tuna
Yep, you can
for
get
low?
tuna. I don't know for the low, but it depends on the grade tuna. If you get that high grade, it's going to be expensive.
I believe salmon might be better for the dog than tuna. A lot of it, I mean, a lot of it. If you feed in large portions.
I think the tuna have a lot of mercury in it.
Mm. And one thing, always do your research out there, brothers and sisters, before if you just feel like you don't necessarily know.
Yep, I don't like with the shellfish, shrimp, and all that. I don't even like that kind of stuff. I thought about could dogs eat, quite sure that could, but like you say, I don't know how much they can take.
Hmm.
But I know, what I'm saying, the guy who real limitless kennels, that guy there, the real limitless, I know he do a lot of whole sardines. Like he put a whole sardine in there.
Yeah.
And I like, okay, he do like a whole sardine, some beef hearts. He used like well, he told me how he feed. He said he don't feed dog food. He feed like that. He said it's cheaper than buying dog food.
Now I'm quite sure if it was a wild dog out in the wild, they're gonna survive off meat like deers and animals in the woods, but they'll eat fish too. They probably eat fish, but that'll be like a snack. When a bear go down there and eat fish all day long
Yep.
and catch some salmon. I'm talking like I guess in Alaska or whatever. They catching them salmon and stuff all day long, and they gonna eat that type of shit. But I guess a dog or a wolf or something or a wild dog,
The wolf trying to eat the bear.
yeah, they'll try to get the damn bear or the whatever on land.
Yep, the wolf, they been and ate the bear and the bear cub. They been and went after the bear cub trying to eat him.
Mm-hmm. I was trying to read what you had wrote, Street Rossi, but I couldn't really get what you was saying from it. You were saying something about something that the fish eat.
So I say they can't eat the fish stomach because of what the fish eat.
Oh yeah. So you need to take the stomach out if if you want to be.
Yeah, some of them joker boy, joker eat some of it like them sharks. And they cut some of them jokers over. That joker have a shoe in them, a can, or license plate. Joker ate a whole license plate, man. What you gonna do with a whole license plate off a car?
Yeah. What if you
You,
cut them open and you got a hand in them? You gonna eat them?
yeah, I don't even think you can eat. I don't even think you can digest the license plate, big dog. And I don't know what's in his stomach, the acid, but I don't even think that's even possible to digest the license plate.
No, it's gonna probably sit in there till he can pass it out. If he can't pass it out, it's probably gonna sit in there till he kill him, or don't kill him and just sit in there.
Hey, and this something to think about for all them jokers who like crabs, big dog. See, a lot of people who like them crabs, they probably ain't never been around a drowning at like a drowning at the beach or in the water.
Yeah.
See, me and my mama used to go fishing a lot. That's why I get to fishing. I used to go with my mom when I was a baby. And we went one night, and they had a drowning out there. And they couldn't find the guy. You know what I'm saying? They had when somebody drowned, you know how they find them when their body just under the water, they got a boat, and the thing they drag behind the boat got hooks in it. And
Mm-hmm.
they drag it in the water to hook the body. And them folks, they drug that thing in that water, drug it in that water, they drug it all night. So they called the search off. When they found him, guess what he had on him that would hold him all the way down to the bottom of the water? He said he had about 500 blue crabs on him that was eating on his body.
Yeah.
And that what my mama told me. That's why she don't eat blue crabs.
Damn, boy.
She
I
said,
mean, I can imagine that the crabs out there eat everything that go in the ocean.
yeah, can you imagine the dead body that hit the bottom of that water and he there for it? He there? They gonna go to eating on him.
Yep. But we don't think about that, boy. That crab juice be good when you sucking on them ball crabs, boy.
Hey, she said that. She said, boy, you sucking on them crabs and eating on them crabs. I told my mama I ain't never thought about that. She said, I don't eat them things. Hey, and when she said it, I can remember that night when they say they pulled that boy out that water, he had all them crabs on his body.
Yeah. That'll make you stop eating anything though.
Yep.
You see that?
And I done seen some crabs down where we fish at. I'm talking about big and wide as a steering wheel on a car.
Damn. That's a
I done
big
seen
crab, boy.
some crabs, man. I'm talking about huge. I'm talking about the arm on them look like your arm.
Yeah,
I done seen,
you gotta go out there in that deep out there in that ocean to get them big crabs.
yeah, we fish around them what's your name? Them all rigs. We walk out on the pier and they go out where the all you talking about you looking at the all rig, fishing out by the all rig. And I'm talking about catching monsters.
Damn.
Fishing in the Gulf of Mexico, catching monsters. The fish so big, you don't realize the fish ain't no good. You happy about the catch because you got a big catch. But the fish so big, it ain't no good. He full of worms because he old. You got to think, you bringing in a fish that might be 85 years old.
How you gonna tell?
How you gonna tell? Because he's so big, he half the size of you is.
Oh.
And when you cut them open, they have worms. They have a lot of black worms on the inside of them. That's how you can tell they old.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my mama would trade you one of those for 4, 5 fish the size of your hand.
Damn.
Yeah, she'll give you the 30, 40 pound fish for 4, 5 fish. I give you this for 4 or 5 of them the size of your hand.
Heck yeah.
She'll tell you the smaller fish, the better the eating. She say the softer the meat, the better the meat, and she wasn't lying. She catch them, and when you catch them and you fillet them right there on the spot, that knife slide through them. Talking about fresh out the water, that knife slide through them like butter.
Yeah. Hey
But
man, we
big,
about to get up out of here, man.
that's what I was finna tell you, man. I'm finna go in here and crash out. I'm gonna holler at you tomorrow, fool.
All right, all right. Hey, I appreciate everybody down in the chat, everybody that rocked with us tonight, man. Y'all brothers have a good, safe night. We're gonna catch you on the rebound, man. Y'all stay legal out there and have a good one. We out.